Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everyone? Science Yoshi, Amelia Roseanne Skype. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? How is everyone today? Can't stay long, but just popping in. Hey, I'm just glad that people are popping in. So, today, just like the previous, like what? I guess 3 or 4 streams now, we're going to be doing cutscenes, I think. Basically, what we got accomplished yesterday was we finished the tutorial battle cutscene. So now we have to finish the cutscene that happens after that tutorial fight. Quite well. How are you, boss man? I'm doing pretty good, actually. Let's see. I've had a pretty good day today, actually. I took my girlfriend out to eat earlier. We went and got some Mexican food. It was pretty nice. And now I'm here to stream for the next 2.5-ish, 2 to 2.5-ish hours. So I've had a pretty good day today so far. Pretty good week, actually. I'm liking the stream grind again. I'm feeling good. Feeling good about getting into it. Yes, I do. That's shocking, right? I think that's crazy because I would have never expected it. That's awesome. She's really cool. She tells people to wish list my game, and that's amazing. I'm not kidding about that either. It's like incredibly funny. But yes, I do. This is a semi-recent development, but yes, I'm very, very lucky. I will take any opportunity to gas her up. She's really cool. But today is gonna be cutscene stuff. I have a lot of junk open here that I don't need open, where we went on a incredible sidetrack yesterday to fix a bug that was of my own creation, because you would have never entered that cutscene or entered the tutorial battle beforehand with the normal like overworld stuff. When's the girlfriend stream? I'd have to make a VTuber for her, or ToonTuber first. But maybe eventually, if that's something she'd want to do. I'd have to talk to her about it. But nah, I can't spend the whole stream. I can't spend the whole stream talking about my girlfriend as much as I would want to do that. But I will try and not talk about that as often as I do IRL. The stream will mostly be Angels and Demons focused, but actually, since I am talking about her, I'm gonna share a really funny story, because I'm like, this is really funny because I'm the Partners in Time guy, I think. So for Christmas, she got me one of these you know how there's those unofficial game guides and stuff for like Nintendo games, and they're a thing that exists, right? So we're out one day, we were at the grocery store, and I seen a Mario Kart World magazine type thing like poking up on a shelf, And I like picked it up and I was like, oh, that's neat. It's a little game guide and it comes with a poster. That's really cool. And put it back, whatever. So we finished what we were doing in the store. We finished shopping and everything, and she heads out. Like, we head out to the car and everything, and she was like, are you gonna be mad at me if I say I need to go back in to go to the bathroom? I was like, okay, one, why would I be mad? And two, no, go ahead, whatever. I'll just wait right here. That's fine. All right. She goes back in and she buys this magazine for me, and I was like, okay, first of all, you're crazy. You didn't have to do that. Second of all, I'm now gonna pour over this and find if they got anything wrong. So she's driving this day, and we go to grab some lunch. We went to Sonic, I think it was, and I'm flipping through the pages. There's like character bios, right? I'm flipping through, and it gets to a page on Baby Peach and Baby Daisy. All right, so I have it right here. I'm gonna read this off. Baby Peach emerged in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time 2005 and joined the karting roster in Mario Kart Wii. All right, and then it's like, okay, this is her stats in Mario Kart World, whatever. On the very next page, debuting alongside Baby Peach in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. This is for Baby Daisy, and I'm like, nope, you're wrong. You're wrong. I am disgustingly educated on Partners in Time, and Baby Daisy was not there. She was not in Partners in Time. Baby Daisy appeared first in Mario Kart Wii, if I'm not mistaken. You're wrong, Game Guide. Get your facts straight. Ah! And I was like yelling about this in the car. It was really funny. Who made it? Let's see. Does it have a brand? I actually don't see anything. 360 media specials, maybe? The ultimate guide to Mario Kart World. I don't know. It's really funny, but I have a little poster that's like the Mario Kart World world map and stuff. So, also welcome in, Vexility. Welcome in. Didn't see the notification, was messing around with keyboard settings. Hey, you're here. You don't ever have to apologize about being late to a Journoid stream. We don't care about times. I mean, I was like almost 30 minutes late to stream today because I was like doing side quests after I got back home. So it manifested specifically for me to read. I mean, basically, I thought it was absolutely hilarious because it's like the one single game that I'm disgustingly educated on, right? Disgustingly educated. Like my game. That is the Mario eating a hamburger game, right? So whoever did that needs to get their facts straight. This is true. I have a hunch that maybe it was maybe there was some AI generation involved with it, because like how do you, with access to the Mario wiki, like how do you screw that up, you know? But I mean, it's not that big a deal. It is what it is. Like, I thought it was pretty funny. I especially thought it would make a funny like story to tell on stream when it happened too. So I thought that was pretty neat. But either way, cool thing that happened. Cool thing I've been thinking about. I've been waiting to tell it on stream because it happened a while ago, but I needed the moment to show up properly, you know? Anyhow, today's cutscene is going to be the post-battle cutscene, and depending on how quickly or not quickly that I get this done, we might also try and mess around with the new rhythm game system. Unsure on that one right now because that's like a lot to do, but we will see. So, only game you're disgustingly educated in? Game dev doesn't know his own game. I mean, let's say finished game. Let's say finished game then, right? And I mean, I'm disgustingly educated in a few more, I guess. It really just depends on how you look at it. Just Partners in Time is one of those that it's like, I know probably more about that than some of the developers do, just because of like how much of an impact that has had on me, you know? Messed around with the keyboard and can now type efficiently. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Also, let me get a sip of my drink here. Today's drink is just standard Dr. Pepper. Doubling up on them today. This will be my second Dr. Pepper, but I've also had a Pib Extra. So, and hey, you know, it's not all soda for me today. I did a good when I went out to eat earlier. I did have water with my food, so stay hydrated and not just on soda. So, I'm going to actually axe some of this, because, like, there's some LOL comments in this already. Double question mark, why did I dupe this? Like, I was doing some silly things here, so I'm going to axe all this old code out. Cut that. This actually needs to be false, and I'm going to take it up. This doesn't need to be here. These don't need to be here because that's LOL. Don't need this variable. Let's see. Portraits is false. Black bars is false. Use playhead is true. We're going to clear music tracks. We're going to play the wind. Are we? We're playing the stream starting soon thing. I'm going to skip this because we're not starting soon anymore. I forget that's just in the playlist. Yeah, I was on something apparently. Big fan of how I describe things as LOL. Yeah, I do that IRL too. Like, when I'm talking to people, I will say something dumb like, I'm trying to think of what I was specifically talking about earlier, and I just said, yeah, and it's just LOL. I can't remember. I do that a lot. It's probably one of my favorite little... would you call it a vocal stem? I'm not sure if you would call it a vocal stem, but I'm gonna say it's a vocal stem just for sake of argument here, because it kind of is. Like, and it definitely probably stemmed from Simple Flips. I'm just like, where he does his whole like, oh, ho, ho, lol, 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 and oh, I'm lol. So like, it's a brainworm for sure. Dialectic quirk. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So, let's see here. I gotta think. How do I want to structure this scene moving forward? I'm thinking that... Actually, what I do need to do is I'm going to open this because I'm looking at this one now. Yesterday, we added this clause in here. We don't need this anymore. Gonna head out, have fun. Hey, thanks for hopping in, Science Yoshi. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We added that extra case yesterday because I wasn't sure where the story sequence was ending up at, but I'm pretty sure it lands here now, which is good. That's where I want it, so... She sells seashells on the seashore, but the value of these shells will fall. I ain't getting into that, like, big Luigi explaining song thing. Great meme, reset, hitting hard. Oh, also, one other thing that I did real quick before I started stream is the YouTube and Twitch goal thing that's, like, down here below my mouse is now responsive. Yesterday it wasn't. It just said the goal. But now, if I have it set up properly, it should, if I get a new follower or subscriber on either platform, it should update those values and not explode. Hopefully it won't. We'll see. If you're not subscribed or following on Twitch and you're watching right now, you can, you know, you could test that if you like. I won't complain. Go ahead. Click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button. Click that follow button. Yeah, not subs on Twitch, just followers. If it was subs, that'd be insane, because that means that there's 100 people that are paying monthly to watch my content, and that's insane. Ooh, you want to subscribe so bad. You want to follow the socials. You want to follow me on Twitch. You want to follow me on TikTok. You want to follow me on Twitter, also known as X, the everything app. Ooh, you want to follow me on Instagram. You want to follow me from this short, from this TikTok, from this reel. I'm clipping this right now. We're going to see this online sooner or later. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I laugh high pitched, it filters me out. I might be clip farming today. Might be clip farming a little bit. I hope, yeah, my vertical scene was set up properly. I just checked it. I didn't have it open. Perfect French toast background noise. This is awesome. French toast! Making French toast, I'm assuming. All right. Hall of Fame is gonna be booming. Possibly. Possibly. I'm just gonna farm clips. I'm gonna try and farm clips, because like I said, I was talking about this yesterday on stream. One thing that I want to do is I want to plan out and get about 90 shorts or TikToks or reels or whatever you want to call them. I want to get about 90 of those like edited, like recorded, edited, and ready to upload. And then just have them go up one by one every day for 3 months straight, right? So, and I think that's a good way to tell the algorithm, like, hey, I'm committed to the bit, I'm doing this, and you should suggest my content to other people. I promise I'm not gonna like fall out of the grind again, and you're going to have to trust me on that. Do you like French toast? Yeah, we like French toast. Do 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 do. Can't wait to get a mouthful. All around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I always tell them, I like toast. Yo, Mona Musa, welcome in. Greetings. How's it going? How's your day been? I do need to actually unlock characters here. We're going to set party member data. I am doing really well today. I've had a really good day today, actually. We need to enable this guy. Party.state, and you're going to be char state.use. Duplicate this, and UI's going to come in too. Just double check. This is a safety sake thing for just making sure characters are unlocked. And I don't need to lock the music track now either, because we're not doing that. I'll keep that rolling. Always 2 random letters before every sentence. Did you accidentally set a signature on the keyboard? That I don't know if that's a thing anymore. That might just... I might be self-reporting myself as like a tech boomer or something like that by saying a signature for texting. But, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that was like a legacy feature included with Gboard or something like that. But, I mean, at the same time, it's Google. There's probably someone over there that's like, well, I mean, my granddad still uses the signature. He ends all of his messages with like, oh, what's a granddad signature? To God be the glory. That's something I could see a granddad appending to the end of every message. Rightfully so. Rightfully based granddad, for the record. They removed signatures like 10 years ago, I think. You know, I don't know about that. Let me look at my phone right now, actually, because I think there might still be a setting in my app for that. Let's see. Advanced. I swear it was actually still in here like not too long ago. Maybe it was in the Samsung messaging app. Group messaging, no. Because I know there was still an option for a subject line. Let's see, RCS chats? Nope. Message organization? Nope. Suggestions? Nope. Maybe they did finally axe it, but like I remember this being a feature like in the last like 3 years. Which I mean, good riddance that they finally ditched Samsung messages on Samsung phones, because that app was like not good. It was falling apart, honestly. I wasn't really a fan of it. It didn't like to work well with all carriers. So occasionally it would just have problems across the board. So Peepaw Journoid.
Now, back in my day, we had signatures at the end of our text messages, and we had minutes. You had minutes, and every time you were on the call, you had to worry, do you have enough minutes? Did you have enough minutes to stay on the phone? Did you have enough minutes to send that text message or to get that ringtone?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta like also get the player sprites thing up here to make sure I'm using the right sprites here. Journoid in his natural habitat. Love this place. Hey, I'm glad. I try to make a silly environment for everyone involved. Is this the right one? No, it's not. Wait, is it this one? It is this one. But you need also like a Hulk shot? Oh, this is different. This is actually different. What is this one? I'm probably about to break an existing cutscene by changing this. Where was it at? I'd literally just seen it. Shocked. Okay. Right. Nope, that's Kaguya. Okay. Talk shocked. This needs to be this. What is the name of this other one? Speak. This is the one that we need. And this one, like, I know I'm just going to go ahead and fix it before I think about it. Before I think about it. Before I forget about it. Yeah, before I think about it. Let me go fix it before I think about it. And this needs to be, like, frantic is what it actually needs to be. And frantic. Yeah. That's right. That's better. We're going to set this to this. Actually, you know, I'm going to do a thing here. We're going to just have like a block. 90%. Journoid is made of 90% silly powder, 4% silliness, and 1% muted by his mic. I mean, this is true. But the trade-off, I guess the trade-off to occasionally not getting my like high-pitched hyena laugh on the mic is that you don't have to hear the keyboard clicking anymore, and we probably don't have to hear the occasional dog barking or dogs singing either. So, never actually seen or tried out coding before. Seems, well, I'd say confusing, but after observing a bit, I think it's just repetitive. It looks cool, though. Yeah, so the thing about programming in general is just that they're called programming languages for a good reason, and that's because you learn them in the same way you learn how to do it in the same way you would like a regular old language, right? Regular old language, like, yeah, those old things. Language, that's so languages are so 2025, okay? But I mean, in the same way that you would learn like in the same way you would learn Japanese to speak to a Japanese person, or Spanish to speak to, you know, someone who speaks Spanish, right? you learn the programming language to speak to the computer, right? So in a way, yeah, it is repetitive, but it's repetitive because it's just like speaking. Speaking's repetitive. How many times have I said repetitive in these past, like, 5 sentences? I mean, think about that. A little bit of food for thought. That's all programming is, in a way. It's just like repetitive speaking back and forth with the computer. I use all of my brain power already learning how to speak English and my native language already. And hey, props to you for that, because, like, I've tried to study Japanese myself, and that is very, very complicated, honestly. Like, English is my first language, so I can't say that I can confidently speak any other languages, but, like, I know a little bit of Japanese, but, like, big props to you to being able to, like, speak both English and your native tongue. That's really impressive. And that goes for anyone who, just knows multiple languages. Like, it's just mad impressive that that's even a concept to me, really. It feels so outlandish sometimes, because it's like, how? Can confidently say that I botch up both my English and native tongue. I mean, I still botch up English, so spent 6 years after being born learning to speak English. Hey, I mean, the sooner you start, the better, realistically. Because the younger you are, the easier it is to kind of retain language information, or so I hear. Is this the same one for Yui? I'm going to double check here. Yui, surprised? Yes. Is she talking in this one? She's not. Okay, good. So we'll set this up, and then we'll go ahead and trigger the text box. Oh, I'm sliding. Okay. And we'll say this, and then 2 here. Give me a comma. But on the topic of programming on stream, I typically, funnily enough, I typically don't like doing that, just because, like, when I get into super complicated things, it's a bit harder to focus on both chat and writing the code, which you guys might have already seen that a little bit here. But at the same time, I think I get more work done when I do it, because, like, I'm not tempted to, like, you know, like, oh, while the game's compiling, click over to, like, Twitter or something and start doom scrolling. I learned English at kindergarten, but it was barely used past elementary except for mandatory English lessons. Then it wasn't existed at all until college and university. Upside about being bilingual, I'm trilingual in English, French, and a little Vietnamese, is that you ace every English test, at least for a middle schooler. Wow. I mean, both situations are crazy there, actually. Like, because, like, that was, I'll be honest, that was an issue with me actually sticking with learning Japanese, is that I would have to do, for Japanese, it's one of those that you really want to do, you want to fully immerse yourself, right? And I kind of tried to do that a little bit. Like, I had my phone's language set to Japanese, but it honestly wasn't really helping me that much, because I still didn't understand the kanji. I jumped into it too early, and that led to some problems where it's like, okay, well, I didn't, like, fully study the grammar and stuff ahead of time, and, like, how to actually look up these things or infer a reading. And that just kind of, like, I feel like that hindered my learning more than it benefited, and I kind of fell out of it. I mean, on top of that, I was doing flashcards and stuff, and then like, I missed a day, and then I got kind of, like, trolled, because now it's like, okay, well, you have, like, 80 extra cards to review, and I was like, well, so basically what I'm hearing is this is gonna be a lot, and I have to, like, keep up with it, and I just kind of fell out of it. I want to get back into it, though, because I still would eventually love to visit Japan and be able to interact with people and not be like a stupid foreigner or anything like that going over there. Like, I don't want them to think I'm one of those guys that comes over to cause problems like you see influencers do nowadays. I'm technically trilingual if you consider dialects as other languages. Might as well, as they can drastically change stuff. And I'm currently learning German. That's really cool. Yeah, like, that... So, it really depends on the language there, I would assume. Like, for English, like, any kind of dialect changes aren't going to be, like, too super crazy until you go, like, maybe, like American English to... like UK English might be a little bit different. Like there's a few big things different there, but like nothing you couldn't infer. Like if you knew English, you'd probably be able to pick up on it pretty quickly, I imagine. The main thing about English, I would say, is actually probably just accents, because like I'm from the South. I'm from like the South of North America. So, and you could probably hear that in my voice. You can hear that southern twang coming out, and like that's essentially just, you know, I have that, I'll slur my words a little bit, they'll bleed into each other a little bit, or you hear me yeeing and hawing a little bit. I'm not like a yee haw like southerner or anything. So, but my country accent ain't thick enough that you can't understand me. Hear that southern twang? I love calling it southern twang. Sound nice. It's cool. I appreciate that, because when I first started YouTube, I kind of tried to hide my accent a little bit. And then like, you could kind of tell, like, I wasn't, like, being myself with it. You could kind of hear it in my voice. Like, I wasn't very, enthusiastic, I guess. And you can actually go back into some of my older dev updates on YouTube or my shorts or anything like that, and you can actually hear it in my voice where I'm actively trying not to be Southern. And then one day I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna not do that and see if it sounds a little natural. And I kid you not, like someone commented and said, "Oh, I love your accent," and I was like, "All right, yee-haw, fellas! All right, let's head down the farm and we'll wrangle them cows, wrangle them horses, and then we'll get the work day done. By noon, we'll sit down, have a couple beers or something." I will say you've got one of the clearer Southern accents out of the folks I've heard. You have a very nice voice. I appreciate it. Whenever I'm on VC, I hide my French accent. If you hear me speak English in a French accent, you can hear it clearly. And, you know, that's one thing. And I will joke about it, like, just like every other person online will. But for some reason, and I've never understood why this is, like, French people just, like, get to take the butt of the joke a lot online for some reason. I've never really understood it, but at the same time, it's like, when I have to play Team Fortress 2 against a really good spy, I'm like, wow, I satirically hate the French. Or I play Overwatch against a really good Widowmaker, and I'm like, wow, I satirically hate the French. Even just the smallest confident boost really does a lot. It really does. It really does, honestly. That being said, onto the Team Fortress 2 spy thing. Like, I am a kunai spy, so feel free to hate me. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then just know that I'm, like, incredibly goated. Never played Team Fortress 2 or Overwatch. Lucky person. Lucky person. I mean, it's not that they're bad games, necessarily. I will say that, like, Team Fortress 2 is just kind of like on life support, if you could even really call it that. Because of, like, the way Valve is handling maintaining that game. It's really It's really strange. Like, they're making millions and millions of dollars off of that game still, but they are doing the absolute bare minimum to keep that game playable. Like, the new user experience, as far as I can tell, is abysmal. Abysmal. Overwatch is getting better. Like, when Overwatch 2 dropped, it was really interesting, but I think it's gotten better nowadays. I'll hop on and play with my friends every once in a while. When I was a young lass, I swore myself to never play Team Fortress 2, and I don't know why, but I did keep the promise. You probably seen, like, TF2 source filmmaker things on YouTube and thought, wow, this is something, if this is what the game is like, but... I mean, the Meet the Team videos, those are evergreen. Those are so good, even to this day. Lord Gabe never does nothing a wins. Has anyone ever been so far as go want to do look more like? Because why do they call it an oven when you in the cold food of out hot eat the food? Anyways, welcome in Devourer Sweets. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. No, I loved TF2 content and SFMs. Just didn't want to play the game. That's interesting. I mean, I won't knock it. There's a few games I've like never really wanted to go out of my way to play. Like, it's funny that Mona Musa would mention League of Legends, because that's one of them. That is one of them. I've never really found interest in playing League of Legends. And then like I've tried Roblox, but it's not for me. Can't do it. I've never been interested in Roblox. I've tried it 3 different times. 3 different times I have tried to get into Roblox at different periods of my life. Like when I was just like a little boy, when I was in high school, and like maybe a year ago, maybe not even a year ago. It might have just been a few months ago. Like my younger brother got me on, and like it's like, you have to play this game with us, and I was like, okay, sure, whatever. So, oh, you found the mathematical things. Loki, I think it was because one guy kept telling me to play it, and it bothered me, so I just swore never to play it out of spite. I mean, yeah, I can see. Making an inventory is a miserable experience, so you should make one for your game. Actually, you know what? I already have an inventory, and I will vouch, it is a miserable experience. Also, the less you play League, the better off you are, from what I hear. Yeah, like, I got a taste of this, technically. I did play a League-adjacent game called Heroes of the Storm, which, that was, like, Blizzard's version of a MOBA. I think it's called a MOBA. Is that the proper term for games like that? I don't know. It might be, but I only played it because it's like, oh, get these skins in Overwatch. Get Oni Genji and Officer Diva. And I was like, oh shoot, okay, like these are going to be exclusive. These are going to be timed things. I swear they made them come out like just a few months later just for anyone to get. And I was like, wow, you wasted my freaking time with this, because it was kind of a slog. The game was not that great, honestly. Like, a lot of people didn't like it. I don't even think the game exists anymore. I might be wrong on that, but I don't know. Like, I don't think, at the very least, they don't manage it. At the very, very least, they do not manage it, and that's like very interesting. Every time you laugh out loud, it sounds like you get further away from your mic. I mean, checks out. Sounds accurate. MOBAs are the type of game that are really, really fun until the community comes into equation. That, I mean, I can understand that, but honestly, that's true for a lot of games, though, unfortunately. Like, like, let's see, let me think. Like, even just communities, I've seen people completely avoid games because of the communities that surround them. And honestly, like, I get it. Like, I like to think that the Angels and Demons community right now is actually really good. I appreciate every single person that comes in to just hang out, talk about the game, join the streams, just support the game in general. Like, whether that's like just playing it, occasionally giving some feedback, or just existing, right? So don't get the wrong idea here. I love my community. But I would hope that I'd hope you guys would stay chill if the game continues to grow and not like become like these fandom elitists, I guess you'd call them, because I've seen people avoid certain games. Like, well, a free one to use here is like Undertale and Deltarune. I've seen people avoid those games, which are great games, solely because they've seen the community go incredibly obnoxious on things. Like, specifically when the W place stuff was starting to trend, and it was like all Deltarune, and you know, not necessarily a bad thing, because like, you know, it's a recent indie game. It's pixel art on a platform that basically encourages pixel art. You know, there's going to be a lot of it. It's what's popular, and especially within internet communities. But when they went and started like vandalizing the other stuff, or like people were vandalizing things on behalf of the Undertale Deltarune community, and it's like, wow, these people are annoying. I'm never going to touch this game, right? So, I mean, like, it's just one of those things. Like, every game is going to have like an annoying part of the community. I play roguelites/roguelikes and bullet hell shmups. I don't have much of an experience on anything else. That's quite based taste, if I do say so myself. Like, despite making a video game, I actually don't play mini games much anymore. Like, if I do play games, I have a very small handful that I do play, essentially. And I won't, for sake of argument, I won't count my own game, because that's cheating. Counting Angels and Demons is cheating. But, you know, I'll play, like, just on a average basis, like, on my own, I might play Osu, the rhythm game, specifically Mania. So, and I'm a 4-key player. I'm trying to teach myself 7-key, but that's a whole separate story. And I haven't played this in a long time, but I like to play Tetris. But if I'm playing games with like some of my friends, then it's just like, okay, we might hop on Fortnite, we might hop on Overwatch, or Among Us, or something like that, right? Which, you know, Kasane Teto drops in Fortnite. If the rumors are true, I will be there no matter what. I've seen playthroughs of Deltarune and Undertale, and the games look awesome. It's just a community that's cursed. Yeah, like, I am really, really into the story of Deltarune currently. Like, I've been in the Undertale Deltarune community since, like, I won't say day one, but like within the first year of the game's release. I actually found out about Undertale through Splatoon on the Wii U, all right? Because I kept seeing posts about Sans. I kept seeing people post Sans, and I seen like the "Who This Man? Why He Everywhere" Miiverse post, and I was like, I seen the comments are like, "Oh, it's Sans from Undertale." I was like, "What's that?" And I seen that, and that's how I got into indie games. If I play other games, I play chess, Sudoku, Osu Mania, based. I refuse to play anything else other than Mania, and sometimes Taiko, based. That's awesome. And Werewolf and Monopoly. Wait, Teto's gonna be in Fortnite? Yes, apparently, according to leakers, Teto is rumored to be in Fortnite, and I think they've been planning this for a little bit, because I remember when Miku came to Fortnite. When Miku came to Fortnite, they teased it on, like, they teased the shop thing by saying, mesmerizing items are coming to the Fortnite item shop. And I'm like, Mesmerizer? Mesmerizer featuring Hatsune Miku and Kasane Teto? That Mesmerizer? Moment anything gets big, there's gonna be rotten apples. Like, yeah, that's true. I have a theory that Sans Undertale might be the same as Sans Deltarune, though I might not be wrong. Actually, I think that might be what Toby's going through. If you've ever seen that video floating around on YouTube that's like how to kill a time traveler, I think that kind of implies it a little bit. Like, I think it plays into that theory. And when you first interact with Sans in Deltarune, like, your options are implying that you already know him, or you're really aggressively not knowing him. Like, who the heck, but we're not saying heck, this is a family-friendly stream, are you? Or, nice to meet you, old friend, or something stupid like that. And it's like, well, that's interesting, considering we've never met before. And I'm just like, don't even play Fortnite, but I'm willing to start playing just to play as Teto. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got on, when Miku dropped, like, that was a thing. Like, my whole friend group pretty much got Miku, and this is when Ballistic dropped as a game mode too. And we just hopped onto that and played a ton. So, I have to say, I'm pretty mediocre on Osu. I can do a 3-star 4K song at best. I mean, hey, like, I won't, this is a humble brag. I have very recently full comboed a 5-star 4-key map. Though, it is hyper specific to my skill set, which is chord jacks. So, like, it's not like I still can't full combo like a 4-star stream map. Like, I just get trolled, but like, I don't, now I could hop on Osu. We could do an Osu break. We could do it. It's been a long time. Since I've did a break in stream to like actually do a thing, right? Like, just go play a game. But I can't waste time. I'd have to hook up my little keypad too. I actually got a 10-key keypad with 2 knobs on it for rhythm games, like 2 different like volume dials. I think that would be used for, is it 2DX? I think, I don't know. If I had Osumania, I could never FC anything. Never. Well, I thought the same thing. I actually, and this is kind of a funny story. I actually only there's 2 games that I started playing just because I thought they would make me a better person. All right. So, and I might have told this story before. It's kind of funny, but before I started college, this would be I guess 2019, summer of 2019. I remember seeing a clip of Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch. It was if you guys are familiar with like any Tetris pros, it was Wumbo. All right. I remember seeing him playing and like just absolutely like flooring some people, and I was like, you know what? I bet you kind of have to be like a you have to be like a genius to do this, right? To like actually be able to play this fast. Would that help me in school? All right, would that like benefit me? Would I be smarter if I learned to play Tetris really well? And so I did. Basically, I bought Puyo Puyo Tetris before my family went on a vacation, and so we were driving like 10 something hours to Florida, and the whole time I'm on my Switch, I'm playing Puyo Puyo Tetris. I 100% the story mode over the course of the week we were on vacation, and when I got back to where I had like decent internet, I like started just shooting through the ranks, right? And I was like, oh wow, this is awesome. And then another one was I started playing Friday Night Funkin', and I was like, you know, this is awesome. This is a fun game. Like, I kind of want to get better at this. And I started trying to full combo those and then remembered, oh, wait, you know, I've been playing Osu Circles for a little bit. What if I just get into Osu Mania? So, and it was kind of the same way. I thought that playing Osu Mania would get me, like, would help me, like, make better music. And I still think it did, because I've been exposed to so many new songs through that game. You look at my level in FNF and compared it hard to Osu Mania maps, you would never say never. Hey, you know, I have to agree with Mona Musa here. Practice does make perfect, and it is a lot of muscle memory and just learning how to do the things. And the more you do, this is true, the more you look down on yourself, the less likely you are to improve. Like, you have to enjoy playing the game first. If you enjoy playing the game, you'll naturally get better at it over time. Especially if you find songs that you like and you're just like, wow, I have to full combo this. And I think I have to, like, define this function out here. Like, I literally think I have to do this in this way because of, like, some scoping issues with text boxes. Because it won't actually take these variables that I'm defining in here, and it's just going to crash. So I'm just going to be very specific. I'm just going to say, like, hey, do this on, let's see. After we trigger that first text box, just do this thing. So. Dang, I'm talking about Osu and I want to like open Osu and play it now. I just want to do like one chart. You know, actually, I think I might. I think I might actually. We might have a rare Osu break. Are we feeling an Osu break, chat? Do I get to, like, do I flex my Osu skill a little bit here? It's like they say, you enjoy something so you want to do it more. You do it more so you get better at it. You get better at it so you enjoy it more, and it creates a loop of improvement. This is true. Angels and demons, lemons and angles, angeles y demonios. Yes. This is true. This is true. All right, let me actually open Osu here. Let me set things up. It has been a minute. This viewport might actually not be set up properly, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see here. Let's see. Oh shoot, I don't even have it in here. Let me hide Game Maker. And I'm actually going to is this display capture on the right one? No, it's not. Let's go to this monitor. Can you flex by FCing every Camellia song ever? No. No. I guess I'll just do display capture. I don't think there's anything on my main display that would be like terrible here. So hopefully I don't dox myself. There shouldn't be anything that I'd dox myself with, but we'll see. Doing some dangerous things. Planet Shaper? Oh my gosh. I love Planet Shaper, but nah. All right, let's see here. I have to I have the desktop audio muted right now because, like I said, this is a family-friendly stream, so I don't want to like accidentally open up a song that has profanity in it. So, let me get a good chart here, real quick. So like I do have a chord jack playlist here that I like to run some things. And I do have some ranks I'm pretty proud of. Like I did have like much higher on this leaderboard here for this song. I'll unmute. Does that audio sound good? Is that too quiet? Hopefully YouTube doesn't yell at me for some of these songs. I could actually, you know, I could just play some of my own songs. I did have some Angels and Demons songs on here, and by that I mean a lot of them. Because, you know, it's a rhythm game. I kind of have to put these in there, so. Mogged. Is that chart even done? I don't think it is. Where is it at? Nah, it's not. I only have 2 easy difficulties on it. So, yes, this is still a game dev stream, for the record. Don't yell at me because, like, I do have to actually use Osu to make the charts. Fun fact, I actually... like, I do all the charts for the rhythm game in Angels and Demons inside of Osu, and then I wrote a program to convert it to a format readable by the game, which is very, very cool. If I was smarter, I would just fork the code for Osu Laser, and I would just like make a button in here to export it. So hey, I could do impurity. Like I'll get folded because I'm not good at my own game. But hey, we can run it. I've actually been redoing this song, like making it not poorly mastered, so it might actually end up sounding better. Let's see. You didn't realize my game was a rhythm game? Yeah. Angels and Demons has a fully featured mania style VSRG, vertical scroll rhythm game inside of it. You can actually use it as an attack, and you can use it to defend attacks too. Certain attacks will be the rhythm game like this, but it might, in the final game, it might not be this extreme. In Demo 4, it is this extreme if you want it to be. Also, this is a good test to see how this plugin is working to filter out the keyboard presses, because I'm like mashing my keys. Can you guys hear it?
Oh, I'm locked in. I'm locked out.
I see chat messages going past, but I can't look right now because I'm locked in. Okay, actually, no, I'm pausing at that point because I'm like, that's gonna screw me over bad. I want to change that part so badly. It's so difficult. Okay, let me read some chat for a little bit. Did not realize your game was a rhythm game. Yes, so Angels and Demons is a platformer RPG rhythm game. It does feature, and I know I mentioned, I like started talking about this, but then I locked in, but I'll continue the thought. Platformer RPG rhythm game, it does feature it has a fully featured VSRG in it with Daycore and Nightcore as mods and stuff like that. 4 different difficulties for each battle theme, as well as some overworld tracks. So that way it's like fun for everyone. Like if you have never played a rhythm game, then you should be able to play the easy ones relatively okay. And if you are like me, and I will humble brag real quick and say like I have a pretty high rank. If you're like me, you might also still find some enjoyment with the difficulty. So let's see. Still want to remix Impurity at some point. It's such a good song. I want to actually... So, and I was mentioning this earlier, I might actually pull this up. This might just be like more of a, like, hey, the stream is just going to go whichever way it goes here. Since we're talking about Impurity, I could open the project because like I said not too long ago, I've been reworking all the tracks to fix the mastering, and Impurity is what I've been like kind of trying to work on. You wouldn't really be able to tell without hearing them side by side, I don't think, like what the differences are, but essentially the song has more room to exist, and I think it sounds better, but it's still a work in progress. Okay, keyboard sounds are getting filtered. That is good. That is good. Do I have to say I'm getting better at Osumania so far? I can read charts better, but I don't have the reaction speed to actually hit them. Yeah, that's my biggest thing is when I play charts that are very like fast or really note heavy, like just stream maps, I get mixed up real bad. Impurity FLP release when no, okay, actually I will open the project. I will open the project just to show it because there's like a lot going on with it. Let's see, studio mode. Let me hide some things here. We'll hide display capture. We will open. Let me go to FL Studio first and open the track because I know it's really dangerous for me to open FL Studio right now. I have some very, very, and I don't think incriminating is the right word, but like very spoiler heavy titles in my recent things here. In my recent tracks. So, and I mean like name of character that has not been revealed at all and won't be revealed like for a while. So I'm just going to have to never click the file tab. Do not let me do that. Okay. Is there actually a way to clear recent projects? I'm gonna do that real quick. Real quick. Let's see. Info about general undo history. Hold on. This is a very important thing that I do. I'm just gonna search it. How to hide recent projects. FL Studio. How to remove recent projects? You can't. Wait. Okay, well, okay, whatever. I'll just have to be careful. Anyways, FL Studio. Does it show up? It shows up. Okay. Journoid accidentally leaks entire Demo 5 soundtrack on stream. I hope not. I really hope not. Lurk, BRB, gonna make myself some food. Ooh, enjoy food. Hope it's good. So, this is the impurity project file. There's a lot that goes on in this, as you can kind of see. My organization is not great, but it's something that exists, right? And to kind of put into perspective just how bad the mastering was on the Demo 4 version of Impurity, I still have the Maximus thing here baked into it, all right? So this is what it looked like, all right? And if you don't know what this means, essentially these bars, like these little colors, are raising the different areas of the song. So it's like raising the lows, the mids, and the highs, and like making them sound louder, essentially. Well, me, in my infinite wisdom, you know, they link to this pre-gain knob here, right? So, you might notice that's really freaking high. Yup, I just had it cranked freaking all the way up. And this was on the whole track. All of these volume knobs were like flat. So every single sound in the entire song and a lot of tracks in the game were just they were mastered with an asterisk in quotes like this, right? And it's really bad because it makes the songs sound like they don't have room to exist. So Impurity will sound different. Pretty much every song in Demo 5 will sound to an extent different. All right. So the main thing is just the song is going to sound like it has room to exist. I've been EQing some things like, the biggest thing you'll notice is like, if you're very familiar with a song, it'll be in the drops. So I'll go ahead and play it. It's probably going to be a little bit quiet though. I'll crank up the volume to about -30. Wait, that's the wrong spot. It's like, let's see. Does that sound too loud? That doesn't look too loud, but imagine the stream was pre-recorded and animated and we're just so predictable that Journoid knows our every move. Well, you see, Twitch would get mad at me for that. Twitch would get mad at me for that because of the clause on reruns, I think. So, but anyways, the main drops is where you'd hear the most audio difference, I think. So, like, I don't really know if you can tell without hearing them side by side, but the audio is it's just handled slightly differently. Right now I'm liking how it sounds, but I also haven't listened to it enough on my headphones, like my actual earbuds, just on repeat to see like, hey, does this sound good or does this sound bad? So, but it is something I'm working on, which means I got to go through like all of these individual channels and make them sound nice and cool and not like crunchy. So there's some things that go on. Will I ever release the FLP? Probably not, because there's like there's a lot of things in it. Let me just do all. There's a lot of sounds here, a lot of instruments. You'd have to pick apart a lot of VSTs as well. Let's see. Kicks, claps, rides, hats, snares. I think vital would be the only thing that is fine because a lot of these are just vital things. But then there's like also the sound fonts. Like, yeah, you'd have to get all of my sound fonts as well. And then all of these like loops and sounds that I have. So there's kind of a lot. There's kind of a lot that goes into it. So, but yeah, let me hide FL real quick. I'll open another track. We'll do some non-game dev things here. I'll tease a cool song that I've been working on, I guess, on the side. So context, a few months ago I got Synthesizer V. If you don't know what Synthesizer V is, it's like a Vocaloid type program. You get to make singers do things like virtual type singers, like specifically Kasane Teto, for example, right? So I actually got that, and I've been cooking a track. Yeah, Synth V Journoid song. We're using Gumi. So I actually, this is a really cool story. I got such a steal. All right, I got such a steal on Synth V2, Gumi, and Teto. Right, I probably ended up saving like $125 on all this stuff because I ordered it from Japan. I just freaking ordered it from Japan off of like DL site, and because the yen is like 40% weaker than the US dollar, I saved that on top. I saved that kind of money on top of like they were running like, hey, Teto Synth V2 is releasing soon, pre-order, and you get like you can do this bundle, you get it for cheaper and everything. So I ended up saving like $125 as if I was going to order, like if I was going to buy the program just in the US, which is really cool. So, what's really funny about this track, and I'll play it here in a second, is it originally started, like I won't play the whole thing. I'll play like kind of the opening. But this song, when I was making it, it kind of started as like a vent post because I had like a spell where I could not focus on anything. It turns out I just needed like vitamin B6, B12, and D3. I just needed to start taking my vitamins. So, because I just like, I was feeling tired all the time. I couldn't focus on anything. And this was kind of born out of that. And then it's like, actually, wait, I should probably start taking my vitamins again. Those things that are like, hey, they help you if you have low energy. And turns out it's right. So, welcome back, Mona Musa. Rice, fried eggs, and fried instant noodles. That is sounding really, really good. We are talking about the fact that I might be getting into some Synth V / Vocaloid type producing here. So I'll go ahead and actually play the song. Hopefully the audio sounds okay on stream, but I'll play a little bit of it because the whole thing is about like it's 4 minutes long, and I can't spoil the whole track. I'll do to about I'll go to about right here. I'll select a region. I'll select a region for it. Let me have bar. So because I do intend on releasing this eventually. I just actually, there's a few things I want to fix with it, and I need to do album art and maybe a video to go along with it. I want to go the whole 9 yards. Basically, I want to find a way to tie this into Angels and Demons, so I might actually like make this a music video following some of your favorite Angels and Demons characters. Specifically, I think I'm specifically looking at like having Autumn represent this track. So but anyways, let's go ahead and get onto it. I'm going to play it real quick. The title of this song will be Sidetracked, is what I'm going for right now. So hopefully this doesn't sound too loud, and I will mute my mic too so I'm not like talking over it. Maybe. What did I just do? Uh-oh. Did I click into OBS? What did I do? Hold up. Okay. I think we're okay. I was like in OBS and I pressed spacebar and then something happened. What actually happened? What did that do? Scared. Okay. Okay.
Time check, it's 12:30 in my mind. It's still 3:30. Distracted by a phone call or a message beam. Redirecting all the thoughts I had for everything. So sidetracked. I guess I'm sidetracked. So I'm sidetracked. But now I'm out of my element. I guess I'm sidetracked, but now I'm halting development. So I'm sidetracked, but now I'm out of my element. I guess I'm sidetracked, but now I'm halting development. So I'm sidetracked.
Okay, well, I kind of want to like let it play out. I wanted to kind of let it play out, but like I also kind of need to keep like the song a little bit secretive because like I said, not totally done yet, but you know, I do plan on releasing it eventually. You know, got a lot of stuff to do for it, but there's a whole nother like a vocal track that I'm liking. I kind of wanted to add like maybe some Tedo backing vocals or something. I don't know, but yes, sidetracked eventually. I want to try and find a way to play it into Angels and Demons somehow, some way, so it doesn't feel like I'm just like LOL wasting my time making a song that doesn't matter or something like that. But I'm glad you guys are liking it. But I do want to give it the kind of effort it deserves if I'm going to post it. So I want to do a music video and stuff like that. So I thought I might actually animate some stuff. I was thinking of tying it into maybe Autumn doing some things, and let me flip some things around here for newer viewers. This is Autumn. Do we have Aesop? We do. So this is Autumn. She's kind of like an engineer kind of girl. She's very idealistic, very optimistic as well, and she's pretty cool. But she's making this robotic type character called Kaguya, and she's also really cool, right? So I thought maybe what I would do is make a music video focused around Autumn, and in this music video it'd be like just her getting, you know, sidetracked while developing Kaguya. So and you know, you say like you imagine her sounding like Gumi and it fits. I was thinking of having her sing along, like maybe do some pixel art of Gumi and like just including that in the video, like she's singing along to a Gumi song. Was surprisingly cozy, me likey. Yes. Theme of side quest. I mean, yeah, I do listen to it often when I'm like just doing random side quests. And Autumn probably would listen to Vocaloid, let's be real. I mean, look at this. Look at her creation and tell me she wouldn't listen to Vocaloid, all right? Like, like, Autumn is including an API in Kaguya to just like have her speak Vocaloid / Synth V style, all right? Like, the writing's on the wall. It's right there. Of course she's gonna do that. But I did want to do something like that. I feel like I could, at the very least, I'd be able to reuse any animations I make for that type of music video for the game. Because, like, I could play it around that. I could maybe even include it in the game. Because chances are, if I make a music video out of it, I'm going to animate it in Engine. Like, for example, all of the Discord makes the game stuff. All of that, aside from like my VTuber talking and like the code snippets on screen, all the text boxes and the cutscenes and animation stuff, those were edited in Engine. Those were made in Engine. And if I hadn't already removed them from the project, like, I could open them up. Like, you can see maybe down here behind my head, like some YouTube related assets and stuff. Like, I opted to just go ahead and remove them since those assets I do not own, right? And I didn't want to accidentally leave them in, like whether it's like Pizza Face or the Pokemon assets or characters that the community has created, like Lemon, your OC, or Comic Cats. So, wonder what Autumn's favorite Vocaloid, Utao, Synth V, whatever you call them, would be. You know, that's a great question. I'm not really sure. Like, I could just make it like some self-insert tier stuff and just say that her favorites are Tedo and Gumi. Tedo, Gumi, Miku in that order. Or, no, Tedo, Miku, Gumi in that order. But, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much. There's a lot of questions related to my characters that I just do not consider until the question comes up. And I'm like, you know, what would that be? What would the answer to that be? So it's really cool from a, like, world building perspective of like, okay, what Vocaloid would be Autumn's favorite, right? Like, I'm honestly kind of leaning towards Tedo being her main, just because when I think of how would Kaguya sound, I kind of imagine Tedo. I think I've only ever listened to 3 or 4 Vocaloid / Synth V / whatever songs. They're cool. Yeah, I'm not like a huge Vocaloid fan, but like the songs that I do like, oh, I like them, right? Like, and I know I did a content ping for this in the Discord, but my buddy Gabe, he's been doing some Synth V songs. He actually released an album with a Synth V singer, Anri Arcane. He did a full album using her voice bank, and he recently, just very recently, posted a single featuring Tedo. And I can actually, you know, let me just, I'm gonna drop his link here in all chats. Check out Gabe's stuff on there. His album, Pray For Me, pretty good. The single, Lost, I'm gonna like double guess that one up because I did the album art and I did the lyric video. So been on a big Jamie Page kick, which ended up turning into a general Synth V kick as of recent. I mean, honestly, you know, respectable. Jamie Page has some really good stuff. I think it was, I forget what the name of it was, the specific song, but it's like, it's a Miku one. She's like, let's restart it. Something like that. Oh, the voice crack. Good grief. Let me access my bangers playlist. I'm sure it's on there. Is it on here? Dang, it's actually far down if it is on here. Radiant Revival, that's the name of it, and that's a Jamie Page song. Huge Flavor Folly fan. I've actually not listened to much Flavor Folly stuff, actually. And I really should, because I've seen Static come through my feed a lot. That has That's something I need to like get into, I think. Oh, I've also listened to Retry Now. I'm not familiar with Retry Now, actually. I'm kind of I'm a vintage Vocaloid fan a little bit. I like some of the older Miku songs. Like, so there's a really neat story. Well, I guess it would be a neat story here. Basically, when I was younger, I was big on 3DS modding. All right. Very big on modding my 3DS. So I actually made a custom theme on my 3DS that was Hatsune Miku. And my only knowledge of Miku came from playing Freak Fortress on Team Fortress 2. And that game essentially is just Freak Fortress is it's essentially just a like boss fight mode. Like one person is like this big boss character and all the other players have to fight him. So I remember seeing Miku occasionally. I was like, oh, this music sounds really cool that they have. So I actually ripped the songs from the downloads of the Team Fortress 2 game, right? And I used those, and I never knew the titles of them, right? And like a year and a half ago, like it kept getting stuck in my head. Like I could hear it. I could hear the songs, the 2 songs, and I was like, I got to figure these out. What are these songs? All right. So I go down this rabbit hole, searching through old Vocaloid producers and stuff, and it's funny because they were all 3. I think they were all 3 just KZ live tune songs, but it was like the first one and the one I was most familiar with because there was like some English loan words was Weekender Girl, and that one got on there first, and I was like, okay, I found one of them, and it's got to be this artist. The other 2 songs, when I hear them in my mind, they sound like this artist, right? And I went through probably 80 different songs on a big playlist before I came across one song, which was what was the name of it specifically? It's like Mukashi no Kyo no Boku, which is basically like it's something to do with storytelling. I forget exactly what it literally translates to, but it's basically like something that you might introduce a storybook with. And then from there was only one left, and this one gave me so much trouble to find because as it comes out, the title was solely in Japanese. So I just happened across, like after about an hour more of searching, I just happened across the album that it was in, Doki Doki Heart Tune. Okay, and if I knew I wouldn't get copyright claimed, I'd play them so you guys can know. Like, but Doki Doki Heart Tune was the song from one of those Freak Fortress game modes that I used for this 3DS theme that I could not find for the whole of like 8 years. So that's my Vocaloid experience there. Only know the newer ones since they're the ones that I keep hearing randomly. Yeah, I got you on that one. Like, I've mostly heard newer Vocaloid songs through trends. Like, that's how I found out about Mesmerizer. That's how I found out about Static. As well as like 1 or 2 others that I can't think of the name of off the top of my head. Vexility gonna go to sleep soon. Yeah, I guess it is getting pretty late over there for you, ain't it? Also been listening to this newer artist. I forget their name, but they tune and interpret Tedo in a really unique way. One of their songs is called What You Call Its Name, and it's quite good. I think I've actually heard What You Call Its Name. I think I've heard that. Rad origin story, I appreciate. You know, actually, I don't even have to add a scene here, I don't think. I think I can... I'm just going to make Thrall 2 do all the talking here. And then... No, wait, I will do 2 scenes, so that way I can manage the camera better. So, give me this stuff again. Drop it in here. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's correct. Let me get a sip of my drink. All this yapping's got my throat a wee bit dry. You know, every time I go on like a hiatus, I forget how much I just love streaming. The drink is Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. I'm like a big Dr. Pepper guy. Hey, Dr. Pepper, if you're listening, sponsor me. Sponsor me. You get free product placement every stream. Actually, no, pay me for it. Pay me for it. Pay me in Dr. Pepper? Pay me in cash, even. I'm use it to buy Dr. Pepper. But, every time I go on like a streaming hiatus for one reason or another, and then I come back, I just realize just how much I actually enjoy hopping on stream and just like, just talking about things, you know, like, it's very, very cool. Very, very fun for me, honestly. I like just being able to chat about what I'm doing here on the game and, just kind of existing within my community, like, you know, doing things to kind of engage and everything. I don't ever want to be one of those creators that's like all hands off with the community. I always want to be interacting. Also, I guess I need to close Osu. It's still sitting open. But and I don't ever want to be like hands off with my community, really. Like, I always want to be interacting and like participating in the discussions and stuff, but I do worry that going into Demo 5 that there will be some things that like I really just have to be totally hands off on. Like, I can't even interact with because I know how I am myself. Right? I know how I am when I get to talking about things, and I will accidentally spoil something. Like, I will say though, for for Discord members, there's one thing I've been teasing for quite a while now, that when they realize, oh, it's gonna be so funny. It's gonna be so funny. Much in the way that the Golden Freddy emote that's in the Discord kind of teased the husk in the Profane Denomination cutscene. There's something similar that's been going on. There's something similar that's been going on, I will say. When you freaking see it. Like, for context, this is such an important thing that I'm spoiling that I am actually saving the links to every single message where I intentionally tease this thing, okay? When I intentionally tease this specific thing, like, within the context of the game, I'm being intentionally vague when I say what it is. Alright, because thing can refer to anything. It can refer to a song, it can refer to an effect, it can refer to a graphic, a character, a concept, a story beat, anything. Alright? It can refer to any of those specific things, right? And, basically, I'm saving links to every single message where I tease it. And when the game is done and someone's figured it all out, I'm gonna make a compilation video. Make this compilation video and just be like, hey, this has been planned for a long time. A long time. And what's even funnier is, like, there's some concepts that I'm implementing in the game that you guys might not even pick up on. You might, like, this will be something that you can figure out, like, at least get some info from on Demo 5, because I don't know if I've been, like, clear enough about this, even though I mention it every time, but I'm gonna mention it again. Demo 5, to the best of my ability, is basically just going to be the first roughly quarter of the final game, okay? So everything that you see in Demo 5 should be, like, how it will exist in the final game, right? You should not reasonably expect things in Demo 5 to change, and if they do, it will be balance. It'll be game balance. That is what I am spending so much time trying to do with this game. That's why Demo 5 is taking so long, because I'm making sure I'm doing it right, and I'm making sure that it is in a way that I'm going to be happy with. This is Thrall 1, this guy. And he's going to be doing this. It's Ryuzaki! It's L, Death Note. But that being said, there are some things, very, very big things, for Demo 5 that you will be able to figure out that are so big that I cannot comment on them and that I have already been teasing, okay? Like, I'm not going to say how, but someone might pick it up, and even if you do pick it up, I ain't going to tell you. I ain't going to tell you if you got it right. Alright? Just for the record. Because, like, it's big. Alright? It's not Thrallengard. I would say I got spoiled since I'm still catching up to Death Note, but I'm probably going to forget anyways. No. I wouldn't say it's a spoiler, actually. I wouldn't say that's a spoiler, but my apologies on that one. I tend to assume that the spoiler embargo is lifted on older shows, so that's my fault. But I don't actually think that's a big spoiler at all, really. But I do like Death Note. It's a really good show. Shame it had to end at, like, you know, halfway through the show. It had to end. I mean, all that stuff that happens after a certain event, like, I mean, like, I liked Death Note's ending, but if you aren't aware, there's people in the community that, community might not be the right term, I guess, but people I've seen talk about it that are like, yeah, this, like, story arc that happens is like, it seems like they were doing this because the production, like the publishing company for Death Note, wanted the author to continue it out more, so it feels a little more cobbled together. You'll probably figure it out when you get there, but, you know, and hey, you might actually like it, to each their own. I wasn't that big a fan of it, but I do genuinely enjoy how the series wrapped up. It was really, really good. Like, an all-timer. And a funny thing is, my younger brother says I look like Light Yagami. Like, IRL, I look like Light Yagami. So, that's pretty funny. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Maybe mine is the narcissistic tendencies, you know. A dangerous, literally me character to have, I guess. So I'm going to set these guys to look to the right, and in their function, they're just going to run away, methinks. So we'll do just with Thrall 1, x plus equals 8 times delta R, and if place meeting x y plus 1 is not a collision, then we will start falling. And we'll just do this on both of them. This is going to look slightly jank, but it'll be on screen for all of, like, 3 frames, essentially. So I'm not too worried about it. They're just going to, like, run off. Do I give them like the tiptoe, like, kind of sound, like the xylophone? Nah, I think this needs to be a little more serious. I'm gonna give them their laugh sound. Audio, play, sound, SND, Thrall, laugh, 0, false. So when this when this text box closes, they're gonna like take off. And they're gonna do this for this scene will last for 3 seconds. No, 2 seconds. 3 is too much. Okay, and then function, we're going to camera set target to main character, camera set position, mc.x, mc.y, and we're going to maybe we'll set state to player.idle, and we'll do the same for UE, except we'll do party. Set active player to main character. We'll go ahead and do this inside of this, but we'll also like double up inside of the cutscene skip here, which will be fine. I was walking around my house when I realized my bookshelf has some interesting prints. I mean, I would hope so. If you got a bookshelf, then I would hope the books that you have are interesting. Meanwhile, I have a bookshelf in my room that has, like, I'm not joking you, like 25, 30 encyclopedias. And a dictionary that is, not joking, like almost 1 foot thick. Oh, as in drawings on the bookshelf. I see. I gotcha. So this does not need to be there. This doesn't need to be there. This doesn't need to be there. Whoops. We don't need those. We don't need a lot of this stuff, do we? Encyclopedias? Yeah, they're old. They're really old encyclopedias. My mom gave them to me. There's encyclopedias, there's, shoot, what's the other thing? Hold on, let me, like, actually look. Let me see. I want to, like, get up and look at these things. Hang on just a second, chat. Okay. It is encyclopedias. It is like, just informative books on various things like the world, money, the heavens is one of them, and I'm not kidding. That one's awesome looking. The big dictionary is I think it said Webster's International. I have, like world encyclopedias, regional encyclopedias, year encyclopedias, like encyclopedias on years. I have I have my old college books as well as a few other things that I've got, like let's see. I'm looking from my chair. We have a book on learning COBOL, the programming language, which, I mean, if I wanted like job security for a government thing, I could study that book inside and out, but like then I'd have to find somewhere hiring for a COBOL programmer and hope I don't screw it up, because that's almost certainly going to be your bank information or something like that. We got a book on SQL, like the database stuff, algebra, what else is there? Java programming. There's one on thermodynamics. I got that one for free. And that was not like a college thing. I actually, this bookstore that I've been to before has like a free book bucket. Like, hey, these are just free to take, right? Like, we're not going to sell them. They might be damaged, or they might just not be something that we could possibly sell. Like, no one's going to buy this kind of thing. I found one on thermodynamics and like stuff like that. Becoming a tree of ancient knowledge and wisdom. I mean, I like to just be on things, I guess, like just knowing some things. Actually, let's see. I don't think I want to do this here, but we will... Let's see. I'm going to set this up to make Yui float, methinks. Just, I need to know things kind of thing. Yeah, like, knowing things is just cool, you know? Those who know. Whoa, not that big of a number. I think it's due time to make myself disappear. Hopefully by heading off to sleep. I hope that's what you mean. Good night, Vexility. Oh man, it's Snoo. It's Snoo. So we'll do this. We'll make Yui do this.
Alakazam! Ikam Pokam.
Wait, what am I doing here? What's wrong? What is wrong with this? Where's the freak out? Huh? Oh. No? Oh. Never mind. It's this. Did I make a variable for this? Val SPR. Left. Dodge left. Look up left speak. You know what? Sure, I'll just do this and set his image speed to 0. Do that, so he's gonna look at Yui. And Yui, I think, does all the yapping here. Okay. You know, this is one minor issue that I'm now noticing. I might have to... We're gonna have to make a slight adjustment to our code here, I think. We're gonna have to go into the text box. And... Is it the text box? Maybe it's create text event. Might be in here. Text event. We're tracing things here. Create dialogue. Show me this. And we might have to do some parsing in this here. So this function is for just handling extra dialogue, right? Like taking it from the key and everything. I might need to do something specific here. And that is just like slot in a, hey, this, if you see this text inside the string, this is where you should put the player's name. Is it string format? No, it's string X. Let me check the docs for this real quick. This function creates a new string, allowing you to insert placeholders in the main format string and to specify an array containing the values to be inserted into those placeholders. So that means okay, so what I'm hearing is I can modify this and say that we return string string. Actually, no, hold on. Let's get this first. Var str is this, and this will be one of these things, and then we will return string ext, and then the format is our string, and our array is just global.player name. So, what is this going to do? We're going to look up our locale and see if we can find the dialog key we're looking for. For reference, that's one of these things, okay? We're going to look that up, and we're going to see, hey, do we have this? If we don't have this, return the unknown text thing, which we should always have. And then, or we're going to like just get text from this. We're just looking for the text. And then we're going to just format it regardless and say, hey, take this string that we have, and anywhere that this shows up inside the string of text, then replace that with the player's name. Which actually is helpful to me because now I don't have to split text boxes like this. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can just... And let me actually bring this to a full window here to see it better. So, like, I have comments on here, and it's just like, oh, hey, the player's name will be, like, split in here. Player name goes after this line if needed for future localizations. Whatever. So, we don't actually need to do that. We can just say 0 for the first variable. Like, this will always be the player name. Then we can actually just... and bonk. Just like that. And then we'll do the same thing with this. We don't need this extra. We'll just say 0 exclamation. This should work. And we will test it here shortly. Actually, you know, this is now part of this cutscene, so we can just 7, 8, 9, and 10. Since this is now part of this cutscene. So, there's that. This is cool. This is working properly, I think. I will actually... This is only if the code's compiled, so I'll have to do this down here, too. And we'll just take... I'll just take this and say... string ext format this. There we go. That should be the same thing. This just like saves a list only if we aren't compiled. Like, because if I compile the game to machine code, then what will happen is essentially it's going to look at this function and it's going to say first, okay, anywhere that this shows up, we're just going to instead of saying, hey, find the localized text function, we're just going to replace it with this code that's in here. So we're going to look at the code, we're going to compile it down and say, okay, well, code is compiled. This is always, if we're compiled, this is always going to be true. So if true, do this. All right. Well, if true is true, right? We're never going to do this. So it's basically just going to be like, this code never exists. And since if true is a thing that exists, this is never going to exist. So the function will just look like that when it compiles down. So, neat little optimization thing I've done there. I think, at least. Is it going to matter too much? Not really. But that's nanoseconds. And if I'm saving nanoseconds everywhere, they're going to start to add up. And you're going to have to trust me on that one. So, that should just work. Should just work. We will see if it just works. And then I'm going to need to add in... Actually, I need to look in UE's cases here. Which is her... She probably has a, like... Do I have a thing in here already for her being, like... Cross speak, flying speak down, battle fly, flying stop. Okay, so we'll need a I think this is called Game Over. SPRUE Game Over. Is it the right one? Yeah. That's the one I want to use. So we will dupe this, image speed 1, Game Over, fly, Game Over for UE. Boom. I'm putting a lot of trust into this cutscene working out of the gate, for the record. Let's see. Yui's gonna float like that. I think we should make her X also set like this. And VX is X, VY is Y, since we'll be updating this very frequently. And then this is where we will also say, okay, our TB is instance find obj text box. If tb.page is equal to, we'll say 0 for now. And this is just going to be to set main character's animation speed, but for the most part, actually, I'll do a switch. I'll do a switch case. Switch tb.page case 0. And I need to know how many I'm going to have anyways. So let's take this language file and bring it back in here. And get some of these things out. Okay. So we're going to have 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. First one doesn't actually need anything because we're updating that. So we can get rid of that. So based on what you said earlier, your home church is nearby. Is that correct? Let's, with UE, set sprite val SPR fly talk down. Yep. Do that. We'll do this again on this one where main character talks. And we will just say fly. Is it look down? What did I name it? Gosh. Well, actually, we could set it to fly think, maybe. Think fly. Think fly. Let's do that. She can be thinking on this one like, yeah, I suppose that is true. So based on what you said earlier, your home church, oh yeah, it is. This is where we need with C, say set image speed to 1. And then on this one, we will set his image speed to 0. And we will also set his image index to 0 as well. So he closes his mouth. And we will take Yui. We will go down here. We will set her thing, her sprite to speak down? Yeah. Does she have a happy one of these? Yui, fly mad, flying speak, distressed, neutral. Nah, we'll just use speak down. That's fine. Speak down? No. Wait, what did I name it? Get that menu out of here. Talk down. Okay. Boom. And there's that. And then after this one, we will add about 0.1 seconds to the time. Add scene at time. And say, not underscore. To cutscene skip. And then this stuff will activate. So we'll make sure we set our camera, set our active player, set our states, destroy the cutscene, play the music. This should actually happen up here. I'm gonna like just double this up in here. Make sure we're facing right always. We will always need to be facing right. We're clearing music tracks. We're playing wind. This doesn't matter where it goes, really. These guys are all right, methinks. Have them look that way. And then we'll make Thrall 1 do the talking. On this, he needs to set sprite, SPR, chapel, Thrall 1, idle. When he skedaddles. And we'll set image speed to like 3. So it's like he scurries. Just doing some last pass checks here. And maybe I'll make him scurry a little bit faster than the other. Okay, and that doesn't need to be there. Save some time. Play the music. And are we good now? Will this cutscene just work? So I need to look at the story sequence. We'll say we might need to add one in here. We'll say, where does this even show up at? Let's double check here. Post battle create, that's there. So we actually might not need to do that. Let's see. We're here. This creates the music floor. This is fun. Okay, so we don't need that. And we will go into the previous cutscene here. And if you remember from yesterday's stream, we talked about a story flag. That's going to be story sequence dot tutorial finished. That's what it is. So it's going to set our story flag to that. I'm pretty sure that's correct on what it's doing there. I'm going to double check just in case. Story flag. Just search flag. Lowercase flag, case sensitive, whole word only, ignore comments. Battle management, battle states, nope. Battle manager, okay. Yeah, if story progression is less than the flag, make it the flag. That's what I'm looking for. If it's not, -1. So that's correct. That is what I need to do. And that's what'll happen for the next room. So, now, what is the next step? We need to add in a case here. Where's that room? If it's Mountain 5. Ah, okay. If our case is story sequence dot tutorial finished, then if our room is equal to mountain 5, then we're just gonna make the next cutscene, and we'll do the same thing here. Make it at the same spot, and this is, what did I name it? Post battle. We will create that, and I think we might be ready to go. Place your bets now, folks. Will this cutscene work right out of the box? Because I'm leaning towards, I'm not confident. I've probably forgot something, but we'll see. I'll go from the start, just play through it from the very beginning. Just like usual. Because, I mean, granted, I do not have much time left to stream anyhow. It's getting to about 5 o'clock. Okay, well, did forget one thing. Let's try again. Surely to goodness. All right. Compiling is going decent. So far, so good. Unfortunate. Truth. I'm hoping I can, like, get more into the swing of, like, streaming for longer. Though, because, like, it seems like what YouTube likes to do to me, it seems like, is it likes to start suggesting my streams after I've been live for, like, 2.5 hours. Like, all things considered, I think today I could probably stay live for longer. You know, I just have to, like, keep tabs on some other stuff. I mean, it really depends. Like, I'm not really sure. I can aim for it. I can, like, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just, like, make this a long stream today. I'm not really sure. I typically only go from about 2:30 to 2:30 to 5 typically. Though I did start Argument 0 is not a string. Okay, well this is Yep. All right. Okay, so that localized text thing. Let's see. What did I do wrong here? Argument 0 is not a string. Are you sure? What am I doing wrong here? Do I have to stringify this first? There's, like, surely not, right? Or argument 0. Oh, wait a second. Is it saying the player name is not a string? And this doesn't ever get set to anything that isn't a string. Huh. Well, this is strange. Well, let's try this. Let's see if I just need to stringify it first. I mean, that's weird if true. I mean, it's any other time it's a string because we're just looking into this. Actually, you know, do I need to, like, variable clone this, or I'll mirror this up here just in case this is what I need to do. This makes me scratch my head. Because, let's see. I mean, it looks for the text for the title just fine. It pulls these from keys. These things get pulled from keys. Is it specifically the... Okay, so I literally just have to stringify it. Wow, okay. Thanks, Game Maker. Very cool, yeah. Makes total freaking sense, I guess. So... Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do the voice acting. Let's actually get through to where we need to, but go from the start to make sure that I've lined these things up properly. And I'll pause the music and, like, bring this in. No way, I just found a freaking bug! What? Because the cutscene didn't exist, so now the game is paused, but it's not paused. It's only half paused. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Imagine that. Imagine that. I click out to pause music and suddenly, like, in the one time that the cutscene object doesn't exist, then the game tries to pause itself in the middle of a room transition and freaks out. That's awesome. Okay, well. Anyhow, let's just continue on then. No voice acting, nothing but English. Okay, I can voice act it. I can do the voice acting. We're just doubling over on the ones that I did all day yesterday. Let's go. Here we go. Huh. Must have been my imagination.
He shows up. Oh my gosh.
It's the guy. Ugh. Are you well? You had quite the fall. What? Would you care to explain what happened? Well, I was walking home as usual, then there was this weird thing that tried to attack me. I started running away, then something fell from the sky and knocked me off the cliff. Wait, who are you? What are you doing in a place like this, anyways? What? Hello? What are you doing there? That's not Yui. I did screw something up. Dang it! What the heck is this? That wasn't Yui. Oh, man. We guardian angels are sent to tend to the living in very dire situations. That being said, it does not appear that you will be able to make it out of this cave on your own. Well, now this just ruins everything now. This ruins all the voice acting because it's like, why did she do that? Okay. Okay, let's move. Let's move. We're doing our speed route. We're not doing the full tutorial. Get me out. Let's get it going. A Yui that can shapeshift into main character? Where have I heard of that one before? Okay, so we show up here. Wait. Wait, look up ahead.
We don't have enough energy to summon any more big guys. You were instructed to use all energy, so let's bring in a few more underlings.
Oh my goodness, those two are summoning demons.
Yeah. 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 You feel that holy energy too? You're too late for divine intervention. Underling, get him!
What? We are now inside a turn-based battle. We're skipping all that, Yui. All right, okay, get me through this. So we're going to jump, we're going to smooth move, we're going to do everything here.
Now, my underling, let's show off our devilish attack styles. Let's start with a defend attack. When a defend attack happens, those fools can counter your punches by jumping on you or melee attacking. So don't let them. Now let's see them try to survive this.
Easy.
No matter, there's more where that came from. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee.
Hee 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 ha. Grr.
Since they love to counterattack so much, let's see them try to dodge instead. Time for the dodge attack style. It limits their movement to up, left, and right, and center. Up, left, right, and center. No counterattacking this time.
I should honestly go Shigaraki mode for this one. I'm low-key giving him the Shigaraki voice.
It limits their movement to up, left, right, and center. No counterattacking this time. When they move, they'll stay at that location for about 1 second, but they can press the opposite direction to go back to a neutral position. Hehehe, now try and dodge this one, freaks.
Rare Shigaraki appearance.
Lend me your energy. We must summon another.
This voice actually kind of hurts my throat. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like trying to do a Toad voice almost.
All right, we're gonna freestyle this next one. It's the freestyle attack style. Send them into an arena where they control just like they do outside of battles. They can use whatever abilities they want. Just don't let them hit you when you're vulnerable. Now, freestyle on them. Hehe. Ah, we're out of energy.
Okay, Shigaraki's gone now. Hey, it seems like the developer didn't program this text to display correctly. Please report this as a bug. Hey, where's my camera? No! My camera! Hey, we did it! We did! Those demons are no more. Oh, hello, Yui. Okay, bye, guys. Alright, sure. Well, LOL. It definitely crashed. That, like, this is awesome. This is an awesome thing here. It definitely skipped a scene. It definitely skipped a scene, so LOL. But, Let's see. Let's get some tunes going while we figure this out. I know why it crashed, though. This is a non-issue. And that's because I am doing this. This is outside of the scope. We can just say that for Yui. Let me check here. Did I just, like, forget to... I did just forget to make the text box on one of these. Okay. So... First, we're going to come in here onto this scene, and we are going to... Let's say... I'm going to set their coordinates, even though this should technically be set by the battle manager, but for some reason it isn't, so that's awesome. So we triggered that text box. I need to, like, actually be able to see the code here, so... This one did not get a text box trigger, so... Hello, can I paste that? Alright, cool, awesome, even. Let's drop this in here. This is 3 and 4. This is where they're like, oh, you nabbed the top spot on our hit list. Yada yada. So... It's non-40... 340? Maybe not 340, but 410. 390. 384. There it is. There's the coordinates I'm looking for. Let's change these around. And just make this guy go ahead and start yapping up here as well. So we'll set the camera. Actually, does that actually... We might want to do this inside of this. No, wait. We want it to linger there. Never mind. Never mind. I remember how this thing wants to play out. How I'm wanting to play it out in my mind. But... This one, we also didn't trigger it here either. Wow. I was just not writing code, was I? So trigger text box here. This is when they laugh and run off. We also need to set the camera size in here too. So we'll do camera set size. We're gonna make it small. Very zoomed in. We'll do camera set target to the cutscene and camera set position to c.x minus x. No, not minus x. Minus about 20. And we'll set it to a Y of 520. Actually, we'll do some safety sake things here. Boom, set the camera. Set the camera there. This is fine here. It's fine here. Label camera set. Nah, we'll leave it at this size, I think. We'll leave it that size, and then when we snap back over here, we will camera set size to 480 to 70. We'll zoom the camera out a little bit. And we will raise the camera. Do it like that. Cutscene skip. Camera approach size. We'll reset the camera size as well. Set the target to main character, set the position to main character, approach the size, set active player, do this, do this, do this. That sounds good. The only thing that I'm missing is in our story thing in here. This is not happening. So what story progression are we on? This. Okay, so maybe this needs to come somewhere else. Actually. Oh, maybe like right here. So we'll just do case RM mountain 3, case RM mountain 4. Mountain 4, because I don't have a freaking naming scheme apparently. And we disable the metronome. And case RM mountain music tutorial break. And then we'll say, hey, do this stuff if we're in there. That fixes that. That makes our tutorial bubbles show up again. And we'll disable the metronome properly for that room. Checking my phone real quick, like. All right, that should fix those things. So these should only trigger on these things here. And let's do a thing here. OBJ game. 12. Let's say our story sequence is this, and we're going to go to Mountain 5. We're just going to... Actually, we'll do Mountain 4. Because I know what the story progression should be. We'll just have to go through the battle to make sure it lines up properly. That's the only time-consuming thing we'll have to do here. And give me abilities and send me to that room. There we go. Ah, LOL. I'm gonna fix that right now before I forget about it. That one's awesome. So that's why I like to do a set all player X scale thing. And you see that underneath the playhead there? That's why we like to do that. So that way this doesn't happen. Because I entered the door facing left. So, yeah, go ahead, do the summon thing, whatever. Okay. Get him, do the thing, and battle happens. Alright, we're at a turn-based battle. You know, I'm gonna like low-key cheat a little bit and then make this go faster. Oh no, wait, I'm throwing! Throwing for content, no, no, no. There we go. Okay. Battle finished. All right, I'm going to turn up the game audio a little bit here. And we're going to see, does it work? Cutscene? Camera's not in the right spot. Okay. Oh, and the new font shows up.
The only thing you did was nab the top spot on our hit list.
That's actually not going to pick up on the mic. It's going to think it's noise. You will be subject to the desecration. Keep a watchful eye, church boy. You never know when we might strike. And it didn't trigger that one either, but we have control, and it's not totally troll. Let's go this way. Bonus! What? It did pick up. Like, it picked up very minimally. I will say that. I did see it, but it looked like it was trying to filter it. Just a little bit. So, interesting thing. I guess since I'm over here, I'll talk about it. This area. This thing here. Oh, what is this? It's the crash site. It's not working properly yet. LOL. Y'all remember I talked about some plot holes that I had encountered that was low-key a little bit troll-lol, a little bit LOL, as the kids might say. Well, this was one of them. When you actually come back to this, like when you come to this area as Hector and Autumn, like outside of the thing there, you go through this room. And by going through this room, you know what you also do? You go down here, and you go through this room, where main characters should be, right? At the time frame, because they go through in the night. And that's a little bit LOL, because that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to do that. Well, it's not that you're not supposed to do that, but rather, that's just kind of an unfortunate plot hole that I came across. Okay, so this also needs to update story progression. That's what I'm forgetting. That will update a story progression so we don't re-trigger that cutscene. And then we will come up to this door. And this is where I was going to do like rhythm game stuff today. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure that's something I want to get into, because like that's going to be the most, because I know rhythm game is broken right now. It's an unusable state, but you'd interact with this door and you'd be like, they jinxed the door to slow us down and get away, or something like that. And then you have to break the jinx with a song, and you play a little clip of rhythm game. So, yeah. Can I just go to the next room? I can. But imagine we do that. Imagine we actually did that. We would come through here. Yui goes human mode instantaneously because I'm LOL. And this might actually crash. I don't know. I might not should attempt it, but you would come into the church, you go to the pulpit, and then you get a neat little cutscene that starts moving the game forward. So I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again because I think it's a really neat way to incorporate some like biblical principles into the game a little bit. I guess that's the way I would word it, but it's actually more so like just putting in the fact that like, yeah, this is a Christian game, and like I don't want it to feel intrusive, like preachy, like, hey, this is like let's say what's a good example? Like, I don't want this to feel like Super Noah's Ark for the Super Nintendo, right? Like, I'm very bold in my faith, right? But I also know that just shoving it in someone's face and saying like, hey, you need to believe this. This is what you need to believe. Like, if you don't believe this, you're gonna burn in hell or something like that. You know, that's not the way. That's not the way evangelism should be approached at all. Like, it's kind of a side tangent, but like, one way that I think is really good that I've really oh gosh, doing that voice actually just destroyed my throat just now. Get ye hence, Satan. I am talking about the Lord here. But the method that I'm going for to advance the story of the game a little bit is in between each chapter or main aspect of the story. You're gonna come back to the church, and the party's gonna say a prayer. And basically just a prayer like, hey, where should we go next? Right? Like, give us guidance, give us protection in Jesus' name, and go from there, right? And every prayer is going to somehow, some way, lead them to the way they should go, right? Because, you know, I don't want it to feel preachy. I don't want it to feel really preachy or anything like that, but, you know, like, all of the angels and demons aspects that I'm going for in the game are definitely inspired by Christian theology, and extra biblical Christian mythos and stuff like that. So, to me, it makes sense within the context of the game as well, and I feel like it's just better than them just happening across things, right? So it kind of feels like, you know, provided that you are, you know, doing a good Christian boy playthrough of the game, that you're going to kind of feel, like basically it's just going to be a subtle kind of like existence within Christianity, I guess, if that makes sense. That's probably worded pretty poorly, but essentially like a light push, just like a guiding wind, right? Kind of like life is now, right? Because for the most part, I would say, like, even in my own experience and from a few other people that I know of, like, God doesn't speak to people like he did in the Old Testament, like where it's like very, just like right there. It's very clear. Like, this is specific instructions, like, you know, how to build a tabernacle or something like that. I think it's more of like, you will understand, kind of, right? So I'm taking a more, I don't really want to say hands off, but I'll say subtle approach to how I incorporate like the serious religious themes into Angels and Demons. But at the end of the day, the game is a Christian game. It is heavily influenced, inspired, and takes from like Christian theology and extra biblical Christian mythos and stuff like that. So, for the record, when you see a full prayer in the game, you know, it's not me trying to be preachy and say like, yeah, you need to believe this or you're gonna go burn in hell for all eternity. Like, repent ye for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Which, I mean, you know, like, I am a Christian. I do think if you aren't a Christian, you should like repent of your sins and believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. Don't get it twisted. But, you know, I'm not going to try and shove that in your face and potentially push you away. So, evangelical tangent aside, we're getting there with cutscenes. Also, welcome in, Lime Villain. How's it going? MC's Inferno. This is true. Like, if you think about it, like, the story of angels and demons could very loosely be an interpretation of Dante's Inferno, in that, like, MC really likes angels. He thinks they're cool, so he gets to meet, like, in a way, one of his heroes, which is an angel, and then go on a grand quest. The only thing he'll need to ask is, like, he'll just have to, in every chapter, just ask someone, hey, how are things back in Chapeltown? How are things back in Florence? So, why do I have 14 HP specifically? That's a strange amount. MC didn't level up. I don't think. I'm not thinking, but... okay, so... let me time check again here. We are at 5:30. Am I good to continue streaming? It's looking like it. So, we might be able to get some more stuff done in here. First order of business is I'm going to get the tunes back rolling. And, oh ho, Oasis. Oh ho, heck yeah. Let's see here. Did I forget? I'm trying to remember what all I did and did not do in that scene, so... oh, I just didn't even put the text box stuff in for this one. Wow. Okay, well, that makes sense on why that one didn't happen, so... that's 3 times I've did that, isn't it? I think. Okay, so text, and then we need a speaker. I need to sit in my chair like a normal human being. Oh my gosh, I just realized I had like my leg pulled up in the chair. I'm sitting on my side pretty much. Okay, speaker is global._UE, UE, and main character is this one. Our emotion is, and then I need to get dialogue UE. Let's see. 4. Let's see. 4, 3, and 14. 4, 3, 14. 4, 3, 14. 4, 3, 14. And then main characters. He needs to be doing 6. Is that 6? Yeah, that's 6. Boom. Okay. There's that. Emotions. Create. Text event. Text speaker emotion. Oh, you know, see, I should probably set the camera stuff after I update their coordinates. That would maybe help. Okay. Up to them over there. Actually, we're gonna change the camera size here too. Camera set size 480, 270. We'll set it there. Have them do their thing. Okay. And actually, you know what I can do? I can go into the not that one. This one, and we can just say that we're at that progression. So when we go in the room, it'll just trigger that scene. And it should be the same. We will see. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Where's the game? There's the game. Right. Okay, so now it sets it properly. Hey, we did it. We did. Those demons are no more. Okay, this animation should also end. And Yui needs to be updated too. She's still celebrating. Whoops. I'm also noticing I missed an outline wall there. Okay, yeah, the new thing we added where it like inserts the player's name works properly. Cool. Okay. Cool. So did I accidentally put a question mark into the dialogue thing for that, or am I like, oh, I might have it backwards. Might have it backwards in the font. Question mark, exclamation. Is that right? Where is this at? Strange. Is that missing a frame? Am I crazy? Wait a second. I'll like take this and put it like right here. Oh, I can't. Okay, let's see. Period or comma, period, colon, semicolon, forward slash, backslash, type, quote, apostrophe, M dash. You're supposed to be an underscore. Oh, wait, I did get it screwed up because like these are all backwards here. Wait a second. Hold on. M dash underscore. This is supposed to be an underscore. This is supposed to be, or wait, am I just, is there two there? There is, because that one's color's different. Hold on, delete that frame. Take me back. Okay, M dash underscore dash plus, no, wait, well, minus dash, same difference. Plus equals left parenthesis, right parenthesis, dollar sign, money, question mark, exclamation, percent, left caret, left bracket, right bracket, check mark, dice, ampersand, tilde, asterisk, buttons, arrows, these things actually are legacy. They don't even need to be there. That, actually, I would have, if I hadn't noticed that in that cutscene, that probably would have stayed like that for so long. It's unreal. Okay. All right. So, font fixed. Cutscene is mostly working. We just need to, go into that one script, this one. Ah, yeah, I just like set them both to Yui there. So we'll say she needs to go shocked mode. MC needs to flop mode. And now that one should update properly. And we'll need to, let me actually go into the player object. I need to update the end animation thing because when they finish their battle victory thing. Let's see. You know, actually, we'll just take this and we'll say, so this probably needs to be here regardless if we're victory boss, or actually, maybe it might be faster to, nah, comparisons will probably always be faster. Do or victory boss, victory week. Then we will just do this stuff. Hey, did we end the animation? If we did, freeze us and then set us to the last frame of the animation. So, okay. That should, oh, we need to return this probably. Return end animation check. No. Whoops. If end animation check, return -1. There we go. This should work the way I want it to. Should. Keyword should. Yeah. Okay, let's just launch the game and see. Let's just see if it do the way I want it to. Bars? Hello, bars? Well, I know that this plugin that I bought is doing some kind of work because I hear one of my dogs barking and I don't think it's being picked up in my microphone. If you can hear a dog barking, sound off, I guess. Hey, we did it. We did. Those demons are no more. Hey, why are we looping the animation, bro? What are we looping for? Oh, you know what? I bet it's being set on loop there because now they stopped. Okay, and they run off. They need to fall faster. And there needs to be more time in between that scene, I guess. All right. Getting a feel for it, let's make them go a little bit faster and fall like double speed. I guess. And we'll add about, we'll make that 4 seconds, and then we will approach. The camera will approach. And then we need to find, where are we setting the victory animations? Right here, okay. This should actually fix the problem. So if we're not already on this sprite, then set to this sprite and set our image speed, but otherwise, just do the thing. Okay. Alright, I think I like this now. Skipping that song. I need to remove Magnus Von Grapple from this playlist. I think I skip it every single time it comes up. Every single time. Without fail. For some reason, it just like, that track just like irks me for some reason. I do not know why. But it does. And let's head into the area. All right. Hey, we did it. We did. Those demons are no more. Oh, wait, whoa. What are we stuttering there for, guys? Only thing you did was nab the top spot on our hit list. Okay, camera should go up a little bit here on this scene. I'll do that real quick. Let's see. Which one is this? This is 5 and 6. 5 and 6. So we'll raise this by about, I'll say 40 pixels. And then that should look better when we go through there. You won't see them like fall like that too much. Okay. So with that out of the way, I mean, the animation stuttering, that might just be something that... Floor? Did I hide the solids layer here? I might have. And oops if I did. What room is this? Or maybe just clearing the music tracks also like clear out you know, it might do some things. It might have some unintended side effects. But I suppose it's probably easiest to check the room first. Okay, these things shouldn't be getting destroyed. This is something to do with the music object. I know it is. I just know it. Well, this doesn't even happen anymore, so this can actually go. That's garbage collection. Let's see here. What happens on persistent sync? Tricky. Tricky. Because I know it has something to do with this. Did clear sync already? Or we do it? Oh, wait, we are. We are, okay. Let's do clear sync is by default true. And we'll say if clear sync, do that. So we might not always want to clear that, and this will go through and delete any music synced objects, and we don't want to do that because those floors are music synced. So when we go into our cutscene, when we go in here, we're gonna say clear sync is false. Is this the only one in here? It is. Okay. So that is slightly helpful. Another edge case that needed to be fixed. I'm fine with it. So let's see. I think that's everything with this scene now. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of trying to fix the animation thing being weird. Because I know vaguely why it happens, it's like rechecking itself, and it doesn't need to do that. We are still live. Yeah, shockingly. We did it. We did it. We did. Those demons are no more. The only thing you did was nab a top spot on our hit list. You will be subject to the desecration.
Keep a watchful eye, church boy. You never know when we might strike.
Yeah. Will be extending my stay with you here. Demonic attacks, threats of harm, and whatever knocked you off that cliff. It is my duty as your guardian angel to keep you safe from these things. Guys? He's right behind me, isn't he? You're gonna want to see this one. Glad I'm not that guy. What are we? Some kind of angels and demons? Okay, based on what you said earlier, your home church is nearby. Is that correct? That would be the safest place for us to be for the time being. Oh, yeah, it is. It should be just a little distance from here. I should be able to get us there. Very well. Lead the way, Journey. Yeah, I probably will never do that again. That was like the most. Hey, you're supposed to be synced to the music, bro. Oh, whoa. Wait, check this out. Another little edge case thing. All right. Slamming on a music synced floor, he doesn't squish. Regular floor, he does squish. Donk, 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 donk. Okay, awesome. No matter, we'll just go over. Hello. You're not supposed to be there. Okay, so I'm thinking, aside from the cutscene here, the post-battle cutscene, aside from like the guys just kind of sliding off without gravity over here, which I could probably fix that just by like moving the camera over just like a few pixels, and I might just do that. That might be the easier solution. Let me actually, I'm just gonna reload this room. No, I'm not. Never mind. What? Why is Crash? That's interesting. Interesting. Yup. Wouldn't be me. I didn't make the game crash. What are we doing here? What's the issue? Okay, get current bar. It's in this. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this later. I'm sure I'll come across it later, but it might actually be happening because I'm triggering the cutscene improperly. Let's see. In here, these floors are doing some things here. They're doing some silly, and I don't want them to be silly. This is not the code I need. Neither is this. Neither is this. Neither is this. Neither is this. I'm cleaning stuff out now. So, what's going on here? What is the issue? I'm trying to think on why this would happen. Are we clearing it out? You know, I bet we're clearing it before initialization, so... Yep. That would check out. So is this happening... Yeah, this might be happening sooner rather than later. This doesn't need to happen where it is happening. Yes, this makes total sense. Okay. So... that in this room start, syncable room start. What are we doing? Syncable room start. Is that where it happened? Oh, it's actually in moving hill. Moving hill. What does your syncable start look like? That step. Do you have one? Syncable. Oh, I guess this gets... Oh, okay, okay. This gets triggered here. So song playing. Where does that get defined? Is that a parent event thing? It might be. Show me parent. No. Okay, show me parent of parent. Show me parent of parent of parent. Show me parent of parent of parent of parent of parent. Oh my gosh, why is it so nested? Holy. But not in a dang one of these is there something that defines the song. So, okay, hold on. Am I just missing it? Oh, wait. Okay, okay, okay. So, maybe instead of us, we're just going to check this on every frame instead, maybe? So that way it always updates regardless. That might be safer. Yeah. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so we'll go from the very beginning. We'll run it from the beginning. Pause the music, crank up the desktop audio. We're going to run this from the very beginning and see how everything works. Methinks. Slowly but surely. All right. Wait for everything to load. Where am I? Oh, shoot. What did I click? I was clicked into OBS and I started hitting keys and it's like, oh, what happened? All right, let me crank the volume up just a smidge. All right, angels and demons. Give him a name. Yeah, that's a name. One of the names ever. And we're going to skip all of this text for now, I guess. My voice is getting strained from the voice acting today. Alright, you move around using arrow left. Yeah, for sure. And give me my schmoove speed. Into this cutscene. Huh, must have been my imagination. Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to try to hold enter to skip yet because I don't know if it's just going to explode and break or nah. And I don't really want to test it and find out. Okay, Yui shows up. We had quite the fall. Would you mind explaining? What are you doing? I'm your guardian angel. How are we going to get out of here? This is how. I'm quick with it. And you know it to be true. He says as he screws up every trick in the book. Okay. 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 Yeah, low-key, you're correct. Hold enter to crash. But I didn't hold enter. I actually just missed updating some code in here. You know. Whoops. Might have missed a thing or two. That should be fun, though. Should be fun. Should be fun. Hopefully fun. And let's relaunch it. Relaunch the game, and hopefully it doesn't explode. Hopefully it doesn't just destroy itself. And we're back, almost. We're gonna have to wait for it to load again. Oh my goodness. Okay, get me in. Speedrunners hate them. Okay, hold enter to skip actually did work there. So maybe it does work the way I want it to work, and I actually do know what I'm doing when I write code. So we're gonna wing it and try it here, and just see. If not, I might just debug. I don't know. Hold enter to skip. Hold enter to skip. Uh-oh. Well, okay, slight issue, but that one can be fixed. All right, wait. I might be a crazy programmer. I might actually know what I'm doing. Who would have ever thunk? All right. Wait, look up ahead. Hee 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 ha. We don't have enough energy for the big guys. Use all energy. Hee 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 ha. Oh my goodness, they're summoning demons. Blech, holy energy. You're late. Get 'em. Sick 'em, boy. Turn-based battle. Yeah, alright. I got you. Hee hee hee. Hee 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 ha. No matter. Alright. Get through it. Alright. One more. Uno mas. And freestyle it. Just schmoove into him. And we win the battle. And we... a little bit. And the developer didn't program this to display correctly. I know. Hey, we did it. We did. Those demons are no more.
The only thing you did was nab the top spot on our hit list. You will be subject to the desecration.
Keep a watchful eye, church boy. You never know when we might strike.
Hehehe. Dude. I will be extending my stay with you here. Demonic attacks, threats of harm, and whatever knocked you off that cliff. It is my duty as your guardian angel to keep you safe from these things. Based on what you said earlier, your home church is nearby. Is that correct? That would be the safest place for us to be for the time being. Yeah, it is. It should be just a little distance from here. I should be able to get us there. Very well. Lead the way. All right. And it seems like it's working. It seems like it's cool and good. And the cutscene's actually done. Except these guys aren't syncing up with the music again. And for why? I might have to, like, add in a check with, playing a new song to retroactively add these things to a sync list or something. Maybe. But I think we are cool with that cutscene now, so there's another one to check off the list, because I'm happy with how it's looking and how it's feeling. So what? It's the crash site early. Gulp. Oh, the last thing. I forgot about this one. I need to increase the story progression. That is the last thing I need to do, because we go back into that room. If we go back into that room, yeah, it's going to trigger again. Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. That's the... It's the room where Hector and Autumn crash land. You couldn't go that way in Demo 4, but, like, because you go, you know, hold on, I'll, like, just, Look, check it out, check it out. It's the room. Because now you come down here and you're in the tutorial room. Yeah. Just in here. Yeah. But what happens if we trigger the cutscene with Hector and Autumn? Yes! Wait, it works properly! And they're not here anymore! Heck yeah! Okay, good. They're not supposed to be here. I don't want them here. Oh well, I will have to revisit these scenes anyways when I go to do multiplayer related things. Because, you know, obvious reasons. I will need to do that. Yeah, I knew that was gonna crash. Hector looks kind of different. That it's probably just because Demo 5 art style. I haven't changed anything that I can think of. I don't think I've changed anything with his sprites. I don't know. So I'm gonna actually let's play new song. I'm going to fix a thing here. Let's see if we don't have the song. We don't need this, so we're going to... No, I was joking. This game is lit, not gonna lie. Hey, American Mizuki, I appreciate it so much. I'm putting a lot of work into it. Lots and lots of work. What I actually need to do now is I'm going to go through a list here. We're going to repeat for the amount of music synced objects. And we're going to say with... Actually, give me... I have the song position variable. We'll say array push music tracks song position dot this is the name of it? What's the name of that variable? Music? Nope. Wrong object. Give me obj music and tell me what is that variable down here. It is... Really, nope. Too far. Sync array. That's what it is. Sync array. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. So we are going to, whenever we play a new song, we're going to go through, we're going to get every single music syncable object, and we are going to add it into our list if it's not in there, just in case. So that way it should, for all intents and purposes, it should sync things up properly. JJ902, Angels and Demons speedrun. Yes. Yes. Get JJ902 on the sticks, please. Please get him on the sticks. Like, it could be lucrative. Could be very, very lucrative. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. Ooh, let that sink in. I do think I did watch part of Simple's VOD for when he was watching Cheese react to that. And I thought that was like really, really funny. I thought it was awesome. Like, Cheese was low-key believing it a little bit, which is objectively funnier considering he's like a world record holder or something. So, or has held the world record at some point. So, okay, now, chat, do I want to commit to trying to fix rhythm game problems right now? Because, like, I think, like, I don't know how much longer I have to stream and not have to, like, worry about other things that I actually have to do in my life. Like, I think I might have a little bit longer to stream, but at the same time, it's like, am I feeling like committing to trying to fix rhythm game stuff right now? Because I know that's going to be like, that's going to be a multiple hour undertaking, I think. Like, well, maybe not. It might not be. It could be really easy. You know, I don't really know. I don't really know. And that's what kind of sucks, is because it's like, do I commit to all this, or do I just like work on something totally unrelated? Do I like go and start spoiling half the game for zero reasons? Do I drop like a fancy, well, let's just say Demo 5 will answer some questions and leave it at that? Do I wrap up stream here and like go eat or take care of my actual life or something like that? I don't know. I don't know, chat. I simply do not know, because I'm going on 3 hours of stream now, and that is like quite a bit more than I usually do. So, kind of in an interesting zone here. Let me see here. Let's take a look at some things real quick before I commit to doing things. Commit to Angels and Demons. I mean, yeah, like, I am to an extent, you know? I don't think I want to try and start the rhythm game stuff yet. Actually, I am going to check off the 2 cutscenes that we've gotten done since yesterday. We're averaging like 1 cutscene a day, which I think is not great, considering that I have like, let's see, I'm gonna count the scenes that I have here from where we are. So then this is what I have in a list: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I have at least 32. So at the rate I'm going now, it's gonna be a month before I get all these cutscenes done. And I don't want it to be like that. I don't want like a month of like stream days. Let me say that. Okay, now seriously, if you actually think it's gonna take a lot and you really want to check on other things about your life, go do it, man. Commit to angels and demons, but always in a healthy way. Well, I mean, it's not like I have anything super crazy that I need to take care of around the house. It's basically just laundry and like maybe going and like getting dinner, but I don't really feel super hungry right now, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess. I'm just more like I don't want to commit to the rhythm game. Like I want to try and get that done in one sitting essentially, because I don't want to like break my focus with it. So what I might do is let me think. What can I work on extra that would be good? Because like if I have the extra time to stream, I'm gonna try and stream. Right. And ideally YouTube throws me a bone and like suggests a stream to people, but like it's only gonna do that. It's only gonna do that when I don't want it to. So LOL. But I'm not quite sure, honestly. Not really sure what I want to do here. What would be the next step, I guess? What's a next step I can take? I'm trying to look through the list of things that I have to do. I mean, I could technically work on some music maybe, but that's gonna be boring. Yeah, this is technical battle. This is, in fact, technical battle. Or technical encounter, I guess is the proper name. Hector's battle theme. What should I actually work on then? Like, I'm kind of stuck, because, like, in my mind, it's like, okay, I want to get this cutscene. That's probably all I'll have time to do on stream. I wasn't intending on having extra time to stream, really. I didn't plan that far in advance. Let's, okay, so I'm looking at my list of things to do here. I guess... Let me actually go through. I'm gonna go through to the, you know, part of the game that we last went through. I'm just gonna like see how cutscenes are working. Like if there's any bonus ones I can just check off that don't need to necessarily be migrated to this new system. Like dialogue-based cutscenes is what I'm going at specifically. So I'll just debug into this one instead of you know, doing anything super specific. So we'll go to this, we'll skip through it basically. And then I just need to go to the, oh, whoops, I restarted the game. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I accidentally hit F5, bruh. Okay, do this. Can we just skip the cutscene? Yeah. Go to the next room. Okay. Give me abilities. Thank you. And now these guys are working properly. So after that, we should be able to come here, and if I interact with this, are we going to... Yeah. Okay, so... have this dialogue, and then... let's see here. Actually, I'm gonna like pause. I'm gonna pause gym rap music. Let's see, does this break? It does break a little bit. You shouldn't be there, there's duplicates. Oh! Player's ID 0 has been destroyed. Wait, rare freaking crash. Rare crash, chat. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen that in a long time. Why are we destroying players? Player ID 1 has been destroyed. The game is, it's on life support. It's on life support right now. It didn't crash, actually. Shockingly did not crash, but... this is poetic. This is poetic. The game is supposed to like freak out if we ever destroy a player. And two players, both main character and Yui, got destroyed for some reason, which is just to say their objects got deleted. But it's kind of poetic that it doesn't matter because they're praying. The game's just it's gonna freak out as soon as this ends. Literally, as soon as this ends. Oh. Let's see it. Yep, there it is. Wow. Wow. That is genuinely poetic. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't know why that happens, but we'll figure it out, I guess. Let's see. What is the name of that first prayer? Yeah. Why? Oh, wait, never mind. This one does need to be migrated over. It does use a sequence. Lame. It has to be fixed. Okay, so this can stay. I don't want this to be a text box one, but why are we... Why are we actually destroying the player? Where did that happen? Which is very, very strange because that shouldn't ever happen. Doesn't happen in here. Wait a second. Okay, so this actually, I don't think these need to be considered music syncables. Okay, that's what it was. Characters were considered music synced objects, and they technically don't need to be because they won't ever, I don't think they'll ever need to execute under that code. So what was happening? What was actually happening is when it cleared out all the music tracks and played the new one, because the players were considered music syncable objects, it's like, okay, well, these things need to be destroyed because they don't need to be there anymore. Like, we're syncing to a new song, we need to get them out. So, or not necessarily that we're syncing, but since we're clearing music tracks, we need to delete things that are related to that, I guess. So, interesting, rare instance of the game not immediately crashing when player objects get destroyed. So that's neat. So, anyhow, I'm gonna close some things out here. Let's go back into First Prey, and we'll say, this one actually, we'll do portraits and stuff. This will be the first cutscene that we make with the new system that isn't a dialogue box based cutscene. This one will actually be hard time to the music because I feel like it's poetic that way, actually, since it's a prayer. I kind of like that as a concept, and I want to keep it that way. So we'll leave all this as is, and we will let's add the scenes here. So how does this work normally? We go in this, we start off, we do sound, we move the camera, and then on end, I think it's on end. What is on end? Alarm 0 is 1. So, okay. So we will, RT is 0, add scene, at T, and I'm going to full screen this, and I'm also going to wonder why this is open like this. Get out. Use our playhead, do this, and we're going to say, we're going to set these to cut move. Set player alpha. This needs to go. Player alpha. MC is players char.mc. We'll make one for Yui to reference. And let's see. Next up, we're going to put them in position. So actually, RM hub. Yo, what's up, Salty Lightning? Welcome in, welcome in. I want that on a different thing. No, no. Inspector, get out. Yeah, do it like that. And we'll just use assets for now. And I have a UE here. What is this? Coordinates. 2155317. 2155317. 2155. Okay. With MC x plus equals 2155 minus x divided by 4 times delta R. Where are the fellas at? Good question. Good question. I don't know. I'm on my streaming grind. I don't know about any of the other fellas. What did I say that was? 317. 317. Y is Y. And we will dupe this and say the same for Yui. And we'll say VX is X. Dupe this, say the same for Yui, but we're going to move her over here. She's going to be at 2225. 2225. There we go. He's finally working on his game. This is true, but if you're a real Journoid content viewer, you'll know I've been streaming consistently all week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Plus, I will also have a bonus Saturday stream, rare, tomorrow for a raid train with the Blessing Boat. So, hopefully that is cool. Okay, set these things, everything set. I'll put this in here just for safety's sake. I'm actually also gonna go grab this code here. Where was it at? Nope, that's the wrong one. Demon first. Give me these things. Need to make sure this is true. in that order. And now we set things up. How long did this take? We go to 3 seconds. So the next scene, 2 plus equals 3. Add scene. Function. Do the same with Yui, set her to pray. And I will also probably need to go into our player object again, into that end animation. And I'm going to assume that maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe I don't. I'll be normal about things. Do it my own way. Set it to 0 here, and then do this, and we'll say I'll take these. Do image, set image index is t times image number. And this is the same for Yui as well. Do that. Maybe it needs to be -1. Yeah. Do that. And we'll do their thing. How long before the camera moves? So 175 to 240. So we'll say 1 second, and then we'll move the camera. Plus equals t plus equals 1. I love acting like I understand all this coding stuff. I mean, I can explain things. I can explain what I'm doing. I've been doing that a lot. I just like going through and just saying like, hey, this is what I'm doing here. So essentially we're making timing points for the cutscene, right? We're saying, hey, this is the scene that things are gonna happen. So let's see. Camera move and oh, this is the wrong scene. No wonder it looks weird. Do this here. Play this, and everything else should be handled on its own. So it'll be handled by this alarm. I mean, this is fine. We'll do cutscene skip here. Yeah. That should work. That should work. So this is the last scene. This is the last thing where anything's going to happen. We're going to zoom up. We're going to... Oh, I should also go up here. Good thing I thought about this. Camera, set, target to the cutscene. Camera, set, X. Oh, wait. X is... Where are we setting these guys? 2, 1... We'll do, what is right above this? 2191. 2191 and 280. Y equals 280. Camera set position, our X and Y. And that should work the way I want it to. Methinks. Oh, and let's take this and put it in here. Camera approach size 480 by 270. This one might actually just work Because I didn't need to change much about this scene. This one might just work the way I want it to. I could probably just room restart here. Maybe. No, I'll do the fade out. No, I'll do the restart so that way nothing hitches incorrectly. This should be okay. Be okay. So let's go to game. F12, send me to here. We'll go to just hub. Be fine. That should be fine for testing it. And we'll just send in there. Oh, no, we won't. What the freak? Huh? Okay. OBJ player. I know what I did wrong. I see it. Is this the right thing? Maybe it isn't. Room start? Yeah. I don't think I ever used the permasync thing. I don't think I ever used that. Did I? No. Okay. Overwatch stream when? When I know that Overwatch players aren't going to be hateful to me. All right. And I'm actually serious about that one because like I don't like muting comms if I'm playing like a competitive game like Overwatch, right? So if I'm playing comp or something like that, I like to keep that in there. However, sometimes when I interact in comms, I get called names. The last time I can remember, like, I got called a slur, and one that Twitch and YouTube don't really like. Not that they like any of them, but they really don't like this one. Okay? Okay, well, why are we doing that again? Why are we doubling up? What are we doing here? We never used this, so we don't need it. We never needed to use that. All right, now here's going to be the real test if this mic plugin really works, because now my dogs are singing. I hear them upstairs. But we'll find out. We will find out. Sound off if you can hear my dogs howling. Hopefully not. It seems to do a pretty good job at filtering it out. Because it's not picking it up when I don't talk, so that's cool. I'll probably have to go back in the VODs at these times and just see, like... Alright, cool. Awesome, even. Hey, the game launches again. Nice. Alright. And we'll just go to the hub with our story progression set. And it doesn't crash, which is cool, because I don't want it to. Now let's see. Moment of truth. Oh, I didn't set the alarm. Yeah, okay. I didn't set the alarm to go off.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. Get this off my screen. All that stuff. All that logging. So, right here we need to do alarm. We'll say it's 30 seconds, so it has like a little bit of time, I guess. A little bit of time to breathe. We'll do half a second for that, because that animation did look a little slow. Half a second, camera move happens. All right. I'm just going to say that this, I'm going to like hard code things because LOL. 280. I like 280. Just go up. Stream's been going on longer than I thought it would. Yeah, same, actually. I honestly didn't expect to be live this long. But like I might wrap up once I hit the 4-hour mark. So 15 minutes from now or so, unless like by the time I get there YouTube decides, yeah, we're going to start blasting the stream. He's been live 4 hours, like we're sending every single person on the planet to this stream. Everyone. So we'll see. We'll see, but I mean, I am starting to get a little bit hungry now, and I have some chicken and rice that I could go reheat to eat, or have a box of crackers here with me. Feels weird being in a Journoid stream that goes into the night. I mean, yeah, true. Like, in my case, I have like, I have a bright LED light in my room and and blackout curtains on top of blinds. So I actually have not paid any attention to the passage of time currently. So let's see. Yes, okay. We are moving. Throwback to the first 2 streams I came to where I joined like literally seconds before the end both times. I mean, true. True. I'm actually, one thing I'm really glad about is that like I just have people that like to come in and hang out and stream, you know? On top of that, like, I'm also glad that the $50 that I spent to improve stream quality seems to be working, because my dogs have been barking for, I kid you not, the past, like, 8 minutes, and it is not getting picked up in my microphone at all. So I think that's $50 well spent. On top of, like, it also not picking up the keyboard clacks in the Osu break earlier. Hey, seems like the developer didn't program this text to display correctly. And that's good. That's good because, like... Oh, hello, camera. Let's zoom out a little bit. Like, they have literally been barking for the past 8 minutes. Like, no exaggeration. Okay, so does this one even end correctly? Hey, oh, it seems like the developer didn't program this. Oh my gosh, they're gone. And they're here. And they're gone. The realistic hand. No, like, I like the idea of having that, like, rotoscoped scene in the game like that. I like the idea of having that because I feel like it's, like, a cool perspective. It reminds me specifically, the idea when I was making them was the, you know, in Partners in Time, there were these little cutscenes, like, there's one at the beginning where it shows the Shroob planet, and everything, and then there's one near the end of the game with, like, Toadbert's drawing, just like those like painterly kind of things. It reminds me of that a little bit. Like that's something I'm trying to, I guess, convey with it. I hate that I'm terminally online enough to know what you're talking about. That stupid gif. It's Journey and Yui are lost media? You found lost Yui? It's problematic Yui. Oh my gosh. It's actually insane. Oh, hello, Broken Room. Unfortunately, I think my friend group would like explode if I tried to share like some of these like internet humor things that I know of. They ain't built for it. They don't know. They don't know what's up. They get confused. They get confused with some YouTube poop things occasionally. So, but I mean, there's another scene. There's another cutscene to knock off the list. The prayer cutscene. So, next up, let's just go in here because I'm pretty sure this is where all this dialogue stuff. Do your friends even know what Wega is? No. They don't know what Wega is. They're not familiar with Wega. They don't know that kind of ball. They know of like some older YouTube poop things. Like what's Wega? Hold on. Do we have to like show Wega on stream? Hold on. Hold on. Let me get an image real quick. Get an image. And this is canon. I'm gonna have to open it in Aseprite. This is like the best way of putting it on stream for me, honestly. Studio mode. Show me viewport. Hide game maker. Show Aseprite. Pre-Wega on stream. I need the sound effect, but it's canon. This was real in Luigi's Mansion. They don't tell you about this. The Luigi is dead hanging theory in Luigi's Mansion overshadows Wega, unfortunately. So, but now you know. Now you know. This is elite ball knowledge. Elite ball knowledge, for the record. So, incredibly elite ball knowledge. Alright, I'm gonna have to like move these into one thing here. So let's X this one out. Move this down like this and put our new function in where we just bake the player name right into it. How is that? So, and then just remove all these text functions here. Can I just copy a comma? Is that going to be beneficial? No, not really. I know this is probably like slightly desynced from the music, but that's just because of the latency that my microphone plug-in chain adds in, unfortunately. You know, I've low-key always wondered what like hard coding even actually is, because I'm not really a coder at all. So hard coding, that's actually a really good question. So I guess the way I would explain hard coding is like, okay, so these over here on the right-hand side, these dialogue keys, all right? I'm adding these in there, like I'm just saying like, hey, the struct has this, right? Now, if I wanted to if I wanted to forego looking up, like, so, hold on, let me take a step back, all right? Normally, anytime I call these text things, right? This, like these strings that say, hey, we want to look up this, get supplied into this localize text function, all right? So we would localize text, and we want to look for this dialogue key, all right? Why is this freaking song playing again? Get out of here. No, hold on. Get out, Macho Grubba. I don't want to hear that right now. Slider is much better. Anyways, we take, like, we have this localized text function, and we give it a key. We're looking for this key of text, which would be, oh, Pastor Emery, all right? So it gets sent through this chain. We look, hey, we're going to do these things, like, whatever. Now, if I didn't want to go through all this, and I wanted to hard code a reference to that text, right? Instead of going through this, I would say, like, I want to, like, directly look into the locale for this, right? This would be, like, that dialogue is now hard coded. It's not going to go through the process of looking up or processing the text or anything. It is literally going to pull exactly from this and have no processing on it whatsoever. But through this, with the way I set up the dialogue chain and everything, it's going to go through that lookup process. It's going to add in some extra things for it. It's going to make sure that it actually exists. And if it doesn't exist, it's going to send that, hey, the developer didn't program this correctly to display correctly. Report this as a bug or whatever, right? So, and that's not to say that everything should always be localized through a function like that. Some things should be hard-coded. When the game gets compiled down to machine code and everything, this localize text function is going to basically become hard-coded because I have this here that says, hey, force inline, right? What that's going to do is whenever anything has to call this function, instead of it saying, okay, we're going to look in memory for this function and then run this code that's at this address or whatever. Instead, anywhere this occurs, it's just going to replace the function with the code that's here. So it's like a very small optimization, but it'll save nanoseconds, especially for something that's triggered very, very frequently. So very neat little thing. I like getting into the nitty-gritty of programming now that I feel like I understand a lot more about it. Now that I feel confident in my abilities. Let's say that. And then we need to do the same for these anyways. We need to remove these references to the text because I do this later in the chain. Like that red text, this is just shorthand for the localized text function, right? But since I am now doing those checks later on in the cutscene chain, I don't need to do that there. However, like for these, like where I get the Discord rich presence state, I need to do it right here. It's not going to have anywhere else to go through the chain, so it happens right there. Just neat little things like that. I do think that means I can check off, and I'll test it first. I will test it first before I say, hey, yeah, I've done that. So let's run the game real quick. Go back to that room. And then I do think we're coming up on time that I'm going to wrap up stream for today because I've been going for almost 4 hours straight just sitting here yapping and going on about this dang video game. So this one might be the last test, and then I'm going to wrap up and go actually do the side quests around the house that I need to do. So let's run it up and see how it goes. We'll go into our prayer, but we can actually skip the scene. And okay, first things first is this camera will need to adjust. Okay, dialogue shows up, name shows up properly. Yada yada. And hold on, let me actually turn up game volume. Yeah, so he's doing his thing here. Yep. Check out this news article in the freaking hand. This is a picture of, like, this is me rotoscoped. Unsurprisingly. And I'm not actually holding my phone in the picture. I am holding my wallet. So, Fun little Easter egg there. I couldn't take the picture without my phone, so I had to use my wallet in its place. But now I do recall. So this is working properly, but we still get LOL'd. We still get knocked out of there. So I'll have to go through into that cutscene, and I will have to re-enable players and everything and make them work properly with that. But the prayer cutscene and the story cutscene, that's 3 cutscenes done today, actually. That is honestly, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad. I feel like that's a good chunk of work. I think it'd be very funny if there was just like a random entire rotoscoped animation in the game somewhere. I mean, honestly, yeah. That's non-zero chance that happens. I wouldn't swear to it though, because the rotoscoping is a lot. That's a lot of work to do. Real talk. But anyways, I think that's all the stream I have in me today. I'm gonna go get me some food, get my side quests done and everything, and then I might drop another teaser ping tonight on like the stuff that was done on stream today, so any non-stream watchers or non-VOD watchers can see what went down. So for everyone who came out and was watching, thank you very much for doing so. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, check the YouTube description or the Twitch badges below to join the Discord, follow my other socials, and join... Wait, did I say join the Discord already? I think I said that first. Yeah. Or play Angels and Demons. Actually, play Angels and Demons. Demo 4 is available. It's a thing you can do. And if you aren't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and drop a sub. And if you're not following the Twitch, go ahead and drop a follow. But otherwise, I think that's all I've got. So again, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next one.